minutes past 6. Ebrason Robert Mensah Sports and it is some of Kensi Hunsem. Near Koso, my Muniaman on Nea Bobo, no free summary, Compensation on Crobabo. You have a bonny in Echi at the amount on the show, and some of the Waha Emra. A day won't you no Conference League, Europa League, you know. He said they are not so fine now, near set. Send your Wednesday. You be a near a year PSG Inter Milan final in the Champions League, you know. Na bedi eche Europa League Enra ye the final a all English affair. Tottenham Hotspur and Postecoglou on the Spurs Asia Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. Yes, you our San Mamés. Yes, final no England for an acron Man U Tottenham Hotspur almost league, you know. Afia nkoye kra bumienu nyina bremu tesenim guasia e na league no saka backup nie ho na eje trophy no da be pa nanim guasie na next season so tumanya kwanya kobo the Champions League ni bi Man U nie Spurs nie ebe gigim wo mo so be de eche Conference League enra no be say Chelsea dey after scoring 4-1 away no dey omukọ final that enra just a champion akoda be fan walls ball akra no bonya akra adeketo akra woman yina be ne nemu a this be ho mu wo mu e ma Chelsea so no to me di nkunu na say o makọ final abie na na omo de omo koda dada akra na mom opponent no I say Betis ko awe omo ya de entenra wa Temio Franchi e wo Italy AFC Fiorentina tifie e ma Betis akwakobo 2-2 amenedie on aggregate no Betis at the 4-3 a qualify na no Anthony ball wo boy no na nya easy it's a final of the Conference League no see set Chelsea from England against Betis from Spain. Why and edge the Conference League no e feel the gidi ani na no ye dey ba weekend ya classical bus after say mo free mo Champions League ni mo no omo ba betena fiabo classical no La Liga against Real Madrid. Preparations net say mun send the beba any other interesting stories they free amana ba FKK e the beba betu dwa na Friday the first segment of the show no ye be din komo na 9th May ai na nim the 9th May the May 9th disaster I see what my Ghana mwene ube PM wo Ghana hanom a NSA Ministry for Sports and Recreation GFA womunya be kan abomu na atumi akaka ye ho na womu efiri mu no womu so atumi so no abomodian so no akoso a asese na mbe ya omadom na afamakoso rest in peace na abusuafo omo hwe amade hye no so no yakoso a so no ahye omodin ebi makra bia universities ni ade ye behwe ye kaka ye ho ni nyina no the May 9th disaster Ghana how far NNA yetumi enso asesa nemamu after the May 9th air disaster no nene bebusa say May 9th no cry see and where were you I come and share with us where were you what ten say who ne say now we TV now what the stadium now we here fan how did you hear of it na et say and from there no on my Ghana ya grow na ye die no yen sports na ye no ebusia ho say how far have we come as a nation a football nation after the disaster no adesuade bebre na e ba ye bia fi bia ye hyefa no ne ade a ye hwe e ka ye ho ne ade how far na Ghana aba nsache be na we football ni mu enema be ne de gu akwamu a yetumi de abomode a ne May 19 ni na mu na fi mu pola akwa free mu no nti na May 9th no e be ka ho asem kakra nema hodo bia supporters ne ye security ye referees ayanti o masene ade nyina ye no nyina no improvement be na aba wasa areas no chacha be na aba wa those areas in terms of how security are tight how officiate na improve how na supporters no Martin football na say and I still yente football na say sabon 3 points you can win you can lose and that's about to mean so I draw 3 things in football say ya tin ya ma say and na May 9th disaster no Royal Pofo Ankra be DNS nanim minister beba na etumi ahwe na yaka ho nsɛmpi enso ɛwɔ man Ghana mu a ɛnɛ ɛwɔ show yi so no yenso yebɛka ho asɛm on the first segment of the show. After that we have a lot to discuss. And at 20 are qualified to the quarterfinals. Anyway, Kunim. Sena Road Nitiadema Ghana. Jerry Free, that's man of fair. Kasafa boy now. They will come back to the team. Nimono. And one command the Beba. Weekend, the FA Cup weekend. Semi-finals. Matches ever. So ahead of the games, preparations, to say. Any all other interesting stories are. Ebe boba e ofie no ebe boy chi e de amount e will show you. So once again me din e de Miss Ruby Adams Robert Mensah Sports e de ma menya message on 0244 743 143 0244 743 143 for message no efa hobra making kind will show no so to me e de amount. We are streaming live also on Facebook Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show no e wo Facebook wo be like na share for comment bra na Magic Back and Canina, it will show you so to me at the amount.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Mame fast dan fama ya boa fa no pay o ma se asne so yi de e ba ya kwama no ne telisa cash send keke o send this camera adofo a eno an telisa cash no o send ya telisa cash no e still free and chewhwe bibia na so fako kama we bet me so send this to all other networks so through telisa cash no o make payment say school fee say utility bills be through telisa cash no so no we bet me and so make all your payments fa for no dial star 110 hash star 110 hash na fe use the telesale cash no for send this car na make payments kai say no bet ma Play Store on App Store no what to me so call download the telesale play app no net to me aboa no to me and so e dey make a cash transfer anywhere and one any telesale cash telesale connecting energies game park cool shop go can see aba. Very simple. Ubenya sikansu edi. Numbers 1 to 36. Choose the one number. Na bomodi afeska kakra to eche na fa ko draw ni mu. Na ye draw na se o number no na be popi apa. Sika wo de to eche ni e bon ho sa ma 30 times. Enti just imagine. Wa pick number 8. Wo de 30 Ghana to eche. Ye wie ye no. Number 8 and the P or draw ni mu a. 30 Ghana na de to eche ni e bon ho sa ma 30 times. Just imagine when you scaredy. A simple game with serious rewards and any game park cool chop. Dial star 946 hash star 946 hash na game park cool chop I can see no so efa ho ehema bi papa ye draw no 3 times daily who play 2 ye ma 2 Ghana cedis free no to me e dey play more and win more on game park cool chop na tie we yem Max by Ghana Limited say and idea omo de aba de fe de aba wo ye odwade ni a wo di udwa wo ye teacher ni wo ya na so ya ban dwuma ye ni wo ye corporate worker ana wo ye wo tertiary impo don't worry Max by for say open air techno products Infinix Itel Stenis Samsung and ATCL and afi Asano de na wo hia ne wo hia bia say washing machine, say fridge, say freezers, TV, mobile phones, AC. Do hia bia no. Max by Ghana Limited say. Bo ma de abawra mu showroom e ben wo kwa. Wo no kwa kotua sika na da ade na apen for example pa bia AC. E cost 3,000 cedis. Okay, no problem. Obe piemu e wo mu showroom ho no ma 3,000 no. O tia only 30%. Only 30% of the air price, I say we no cry no 30% is our farm cry. Babetua. Onya de to akira. Na de aka no watumi atua no kaka sa na wo de wa de akofie. Enti Max by Ghana Limited for hono way. Na also kopɛ de ohia bia. Kai say omo wo Cape Coast. Van Spam Junction, popular techno shop on the popular techno shop or corner. Obehu omo hono mo. Ebe bona fedo hia bia no wonsa etumi aka www.maxbuy.com.gh okwa obetumi afolo wo na afo no madi nkomo na obetumi nso afre 0505 038 0505 083 831 0505 083 831 ono mu di nkoma omo betumi enso ajewo so obaya bet influencer kaise o bet na wa hyehyɛ weekend no fa code no man kofo nkotwa bi hyehyɛ bet no fa code no man kofo nkotwa bi omo kotwa mpo na so omo ani a sika no a omo di kotwa no wo nya 4% e wo so into hyehyɛ bet o de manipa eye 10 obi atwa 100 Ghana 100 Ghana no wonya 4% e wo ho saa 4% saa 10 wo ho ti best ni pa ma usika no wonya ne back in the bet no fama or family or friends or fans followers famo munya nkotwa bi a Betway bet influencer a exclusive to Betway terms and conditions apply kaisa Betway for say get way more. It's 34 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM FKK at na sedie kwama no ne enkomo an nsaka no nyina no obo atwe e de amaye Enra Man United winning over Bilbao, and now the final is set. Chelsea and Betis or Conference League. Man United, NFA, Tottenham Hotspur, Europa League, NFA, Inter Milan PSG, and so the Champions League final. Mamenya messages as it stands now. 3 teams buy and a trophies no or Mudibe fee. For message for 0244 743 143 0244 743-143. Why energy Europa League? Why energy Conference League? Why energy the Champions League? You know, for our message, everyone can show no so into me and from out.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Mamema FKK akwaba na fe on fire kwama no ne FKK. Good morning.
Good morning.
Anope bibia ye boko. Ye da radiasi anope, ye da radiasi pa. It's 35 minutes past 6 and Friday and some hoyi pa yanko na yenhwe amanonesem nim.
Anope ye twa fa ha Europe na ye den nsem no etimi e de abroad Conference League eba Europe and so etimi eba so ni nyina the results na ebro and the games bi nso eba so ewo ye 5 league sentence no so ye bewram na no so yetimi ahwe se de nyoma esi elko de ama wo dwumadi nso Kastle 90.3 na ubewram live on Facebook na wa follow comment no fabra like na share na nsem no so entimi inflow wa foforo so platforms no so yenwramu na yenhwe nra se de Europe si ekokoye Tottenham for no etu kwan eko amanone won game no na esunye papa Norway and omede Bodo Glimt enso de kobo ani ewo ho Dominic Solanke eshe go sanso na Pedro Porro at the second goal na pie so ade mo we na 5-1 on aggregate omede akopie mu 2024-2025 Europa League no final no mo ekwa kobo Manchester United amo eshe ka no 9 ema be baw for no so team baako ewo game ba so no abrantie fe na Jare Geza ena eshe ka no baako ede ma be baw for no Messi Mount ebo 2 goals Casemiro ede be appear so sanso na Rasmus Hojlund enso eshe 4th goal no ede ma United ebete ka no ewini ye kabo ma 7-1 on aggregate omo so ede akomonim a final no omo so ekwa kobo ewo ho na Chelsea omo Conference League no eno omo so wi adwuma first leg no omo kokoye 1-0 eno omo share over ye Garden Boboko no ti 5-1 Chelsea for no e dia qualify nra Dewsbury Hall ene share go no enso e ma Chelsea Boboko no Fiorentina tenafie after extra time omo e share 2 goals Arantia friend Robin Gosens ene share sanso na Real Betis Anthony Etekano sanso na Ezazuli enso e share second goal no kan ho ekoye 2-2 ntie wi no 4-3 on aggregate Real Betis enso e de komonim e honom san 7 no san na esie ko wie ye nene wo Spain La Liga came back where Barca Las Palmas at National Rayo Vallecano our boy 7 p.m. side game a Barca Wolfsburg and so be who see Hoffenheim and no a 6:30 p.m. Sanso na Italian Serie A no Scudetto dum de tiani se AC Milan almost so a Bob Bologna and no a 6:45 na side game no so etimi aba so e wono ahye no so sa so etimi de ma yengramu na yenhwe se de coaches no and so e kasa react the far games and no mo e boy omo makopie mo finals no ho komo se na esi etia Ruben Amorim Manchester United Red Devils on coach no ebisa no say wakwa kopiem e wo final se sa na wo hwehwe na ahead of that final game no so no say na besi akọ e di amount
If you look at both games, I think the result is not the same thing if you see the game. Athletic Bilbao is a team that plays really well, and they play really well in the first 30 minutes, and our goal in the send-off changed the game. Today I felt in the first half we had the opportunities to score and to kill the momentum of Athletic Bilbao. They score with a shot outside the box. We lost some transitions when we have advantage, and then in the second half, especially after the subs, the guys on the bench changed the game.
Enti guys no more bench no and a be change game no e man kunim dia so akwa de man sa changes na no ye say ne na ohwe game no ampom dominate there said o can be bow for 7 no we share your resource in their 7-1 or send you true reflections and say be bow for no so mu nimbo ye pa be first leg no obekasa United dey nya a man ahead of be bow into no share 3 but no at the end the way na siko na 11-11 be bow for no mu dey can share first goal ne said no mu dominate proceedings no some stages of game no mu boy no now Jiri say ne goes no United dey no na edos no nyina mu no almost wetimi dey come no see changes no ade etimi eboa ye papa omo free bench ba omo start here no santo omo distract opponent omo free bench ba no so sense opponent na breniti no mo be wi adwuma no.
You changed the game. You changed all your team and goals.
No, it was not me, it's the players. And again, sometimes the players that start the game get the other team tired. And then if we have the good spirit in everybody, they come on the pitch and they catch an opponent that is tired already and they have more space, more time to think. And again, the players change again.
Inti players no and on the ball mo aba so mo na best san game no your substitutions in there na so sometimes the players no eba na so muni high spirit ti so mo start here na enyoma timi sankra na emom no so mo spirit ne ba ko na so mo ba be hye mu dia omom di kan boy no ema opponent ne bre na mo ba mu so no aba be finish job na ne nsama anch post na ewura mu a coach Ruben Amorim Edema United so kind de to na emom anch post Koglu e kasa de fa victory na ne sa kan no December mu no kaso no club bi a wa coach bi ananye bi an second season no oje trophy ntie ne okobo final no say no hu victory no crowd di kan.
Tough pitch, tough conditions out there. How did you experience that game from the bench?
Yeah, I thought the lads handled it really well. Like I said, it's a difficult place to come, difficult pitch. They've got a pretty good home record, fair to say, and not just winning, scoring goals. And I thought the lads handled it really well. We kept them to a minimum of any kind of threat, and we worked hard to keep them away from our goal, and then had the quality to score at the other end. So I think over the 2 ties we deserve to be through, and really proud of the lads.
Proud with the lads, ni players no abomodi ye part official surface so and omo ekokobo away to Bodo Glimt omo Lucy e wo home tine difficult ground, a difficult game at the Tottenham. Then so players no etimi akobo modi an shetu keeping clean sheet dia na hubenya so betimi abo mo abaso no Samanch Postecoglou e kind of fan no ne Manchester United and akobo yes another game against another difficult side.
Yeah, I think so. I think we wanted to, like I said, not let them get into any rhythm, and if we drop too deep, it would allow them to sort of dictate how the game is played. But we want to really be in their faces and be as aggressive as we could, and I thought the lads did really well with that.
An all-English final now in Bilbao in a few weeks' time. Have you even started to think about the possibility of beating Manchester United there?
Well, we can start thinking about it now. You can't always focus on what's in front of you, but we're just under 2 weeks now to prepare for a big final, big European final against another big club, and looking forward to it.
Are you going to celebrate this now, or are you going to wait until after the final to see if there's things to celebrate?
Yeah, no, we'll enjoy tonight. I think it's important you enjoy tonight, but we've got a game on Sunday, so we've got to focus pretty quickly on that.
Enti ade omo America crowd omo ni mo Manchester United and akwakobo Premier League side enti ene ombetimi prepare ye na omo etimi akwakobo sa fana no enso etimi ade akonti oya de ombe celebrate kakra sanse victory na ba no enije no ebeba na afi omo focus weekend omo so game ombe kwakobo no ye nsama Ange Postecoglou enso e kind of five final game omo Manchester United enso ebetimi abo ewo honom na ye ntoa so na ye nko Lenny Euro and also a defender at the Man United season ya na sesamai eno babe shemo o siampa obaya no said enyo mesia kono no mo performing e Premiership tinei cup game no na so mutimi do mo bono mo winning.
Lenny, congratulations through to the final. What are the scenes in the dressing room like right now?
I think there is a lot of music. This is really good for us to have this atmosphere. And we know that the job is not finished, so we try to stay focused, but we need to enjoy this night because we won.
How amazing is it that you guys are undefeated in this competition ever since the beginning?
Honestly, I cannot tell you, because we do well in the Europa League and we're not the best in the league, so we need to see what's wrong, to try to change the Premier League, but we're really happy to be undefeated in the Europe, so really proud of us.
When things have been tough in the league, has this competition kept you all going?
I think this competition helped us to improve on some things, because the Premier League is a really tough league. The Europe is really tough too, but this is not the same. You play against different teams, different countries, so this is not the same football.
What are your thoughts on an all-English final now in the Europa League? Tottenham Hotspur, a team that you're going to know very well.
Yeah, of course, we know Tottenham really well. We know it will not be easy. It will be a little bit thrilled because first will be like the Premier League, but we need to do the difference to play the game like it's final, because it is a final. I hope we're going to win.
Nti OP say Manchester United best team winning a final now against Tottenham Hotspur. So the kind of hui so mu season our Premiership no na nshada enkoye e wo hoba uba Europe any different clubs and na eba bobontie na yam say omuhu say Premier League na enkoye no na so mo focus dey ahode nyina ebo wo Europe no eno na kan bi nti no bi o mako unbeaten so far e wo competition na omo abo abedu san pepe so Euro Lenny and so and this san 7 so etimi e de eja ho na Mickey van de Ven ono so a player at the Tottenham Hotspur ono so a boy ma Tottenham for a quality players na from Gina Moka side found say feeling no a great
unbelievable feeling, not gonna lie.
Look at that smile.
Everybody is happy. It's been a tough season, of course, but we say, well, yeah, we reached the final. We one game away from silverware. So
Tonight we were just so well structured, and the press from the lads up front really did seem to rattle them a little bit.
the guys at front did an unbelievable job with pressing, and I think every time the whole team followed. I think the first half they didn't create one opportunity. The second half they had two crosses in what might be a bit dangerous, but was not really a big chance, to be honest. So yeah, we played the game really well mentally. We were really strong, disciplined, and yeah, we score goals also. So yeah, you win 2-0 over here, and it's really good if you look at their home result in Europe.
Yes, Jenny said your kind of more modern your money dominating game no and maybe be a conquering so it me at the multi players no et me ya dear or more starting no more ebem second half no or more determined so more defend the year now for most winning side game and I know and a boy more do fan on Mickey van der Ven and so at this and 7 so it me at the Benzo Maresca coach at the match cherish you almost were ultimately qualified to the final of the realities and a quacobo say and also a kind of 5 victory no.
Enzo, congratulations, you're through to the Conference League final. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very happy, very happy. The first step is done, job is done tonight, and now we can, we have almost 20 days to prepare the final, and yeah, hopefully we can win this trophy.
How do you assess that 1-0 winning performance?
No, it's, I think it was good performance, many young players. We finished with Reggie 08, Shimi 07, Genesis 07, Josh 06, Tayo 6. I mean, it's almost a second team, so very happy for the young boys, and very happy to reach the final.
And you are happy for the boys and can young ones number be shemu ebo bino sanso and or happy for a Chelsea team no so do final no more equa cobo said the assassin on no mercy kono na no basis and crase ne ogidie so monso eje a year conference league na be ye nti ho adwuma no moya bedu some people so mo kọ no mo akwa koboaje na bibia so akonkan ede amomo na yenwro mu na yemfa nsem kakra mfiri am famra dia Xavi Hernandez Cruz or sister football no follow ye pa odi achire na Bruno Fernandes no ahwe na o se Abrante no ya another top level player I ne wo ye warrior sanso na ne mentality no or say a solid sunset Usha Abrante na adwene nyina ne say win nti ne eno de nti a opa Abrante no asem ye pa so or ye talented chap sanso na ne passion no ade e wo soro ne ensem otimi diaba na o se ne o hwe say ampa obetimi a return back to the dugout no so aba be coach a team na o se ne focus no konya Premier League no man kobeko akwa boy adwuma ano so ensem otimi diaba o se follow football pa o hwe na 24 hours o ginamu na o hwe o se ne wife kra ekwohye no te se do Europa League ne Conference League na ni nyina na o hwe na ne wife aba o se masa Europa ne Conference o enye Champions no se yan se United and Leon born so should be uhune say go say by partner game no Leon for the take lead na him say game no eba wi an say United eba betete winning ti we mu nyina games a udi akire wo Europa ne Conference no ma benya bia hwente ne Xavi nkɔma a ɛkɔɔ so ne ne yere ntɛm no ɛnɛ yi sɛ ne yere no fisa so wɔ sitam de ahwɛ ade wɔ yi mu ne nyinaa mu no yɛ ade a ogyiri sɛ quality no ɛwɔ soro de sansɛm no so atimi de abɔ so ɔyɛ proud and happy sɛ ne ɔno so ahyɛ biribi ase ɛwɔ yɛ FC Barcelona boboko no ma yɛ Lamine Yamal ne debut sanso na Pau Kubasi mu nyinaa no ɔmo akwanya so ɔmo nso ne senior team no embra embɛbɔ adwuma na ɔse ɛyɛ papa yɛ fɛ ne Coleman obɛkae a ɔno ɛbaeɛ no ɔne nso etimi edidi nkɔmɔ bebree na papa no credit no so ɔno nso so ɛde yɛ Gavi ɛne Alejandro Balde ɛnso so ekokowura team no mu na efiri ɔnom no ɛna Hansi Flick so baeɛ no so ɔfrɛ no ɛne ne ɛtwetwe nkɔmɔ ehu how best a ɔno nso betimi a project sa players na continue na ɔno nso ama ɔmo akwanya ɛma ɔmo nso so etimi abɔ nti ɔso ne papa yɛ fɛ Hansi Flick ɔmo ɛwɔ good relationship ɛno ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛno nso wɔ etimi ɛde aba na Xavi guso a kasakasa ɔne ɔte nkyɛn adwuma no nhyɛ da enya bi ɛnyɛ ɛwɔ hɔnom na Florent Wirtz so yɛbisa nsɛ ne future no ɛte sɛ sɛ amanfo linkew to ɛyɛ Bayern bi nso linkew to Real Madrid sɛ na esi ɛteɛ ɔse ɛyɛ tempting sɛ ɔno ɛbɛfiri ne comfort zone ɛwɔ baabi a wosi akan sisi a wɔ Leverkusen ɔse yɛ difficult yie paa na mmom no ɔkonya ɛyɛ some experience bi ɛwɔ baabi a ɛno nso ɛyɛ ade a ɛbɛtumi abɔ pɛ sɛ ɔtest something new ɛno ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɔno nso so ɛtumi ɛde aba ɔso ɔyɛ quite lucky so ɔno nso ɛbɛnya so many excellent clubs sisi a so ɔmo nso so ɛbɔ ne pono no so ɔmbra na ɔmbɛsi akan ɛmfam nti ampa wɔatumi akɔnfirm sɛ clubs ɛdi n'akyi yie paa na mmom ɛhe na ɔkɔ sɛ ɔtena a continue with Leverkusen ɛno deɛ wɔntumi ankɔnfirm ɛno yɛ nsɛm a ɛfiri ɛyɛ Florent Wirtz nso hɔ ɛnso ɛtumi ade ba yɛbɔ akyire ɛde ama Jeremy Frimpong so deɛ ba ne sɛ abranteɛ no ebia Liverpool foɔ bɛkɔ akɔfa no ɛma saa right back ne atɔmpan no ɔbɛkɔ akɔ replace no ɛwɔ yɛ Liverpool Football Club nti ne Jeremy Frimpong no so si akadema Leverkusen deɛ ba ɛne sɛ sɛ ɔmovi ɛfrɛ yɛ Germany a ebia ɔbɛkɔ Premier League no ɔkɔ Premier League no mu deɛ ɛyɛ Liverpool ɛna ɔmo nso hwɛ sɛ abrante nso betumi akɔpie mu akɔsi akan ɛnso atumi adi ama ɔmo yɛnkɔ ɛyɛ yɛpo Champions League no na yɛhwɛ ɛnsɛm kakra efiri ɔba Team of the Week no mpanimfoɔ no nso atumi di aba mekyerɛ Roma UEFA ɛyɛ wɔn technical team no ɛdi aba Jan Soma ɛna ɛda atena no mu ɛnso ɛde ɛma ɔmo ade a left back no Gerard Martin ya na ɔmo de no bɔɔyɛ saa nso ɛna right back no yɛ Achraf Hakimi center back pairing no ɛyɛ Acerbi saa nso ɛna Marquinhos ɔmo ɛna ɛbɔ midfield three no Fabian Ruiz ewura mu Frankie de Jong ɛbɔ bi saa nso na Nicolo Barella ɛnso ɛbɔ mu up front no yɛ 3 as usual Arantia Efene Kvaratskhelia ɛbɔ mu Lautaro Martinez saa nso na Lamine Yamal we mo ɛyɛ name Rantie Dubako a UEFA for etna ase sɛ wɔn technical team no ɔmo ntwitwi tonto no ɔmo nyi players ɔmo yɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ 2 games ɔmo boy ɛwɔ week mu nti ne team of the week from UEFA ɛho nsɛm no ɛna wo so yɛsi akyire ɛtimi di ama na ɛno na akɔpie mu deɛ a wɔ Arsenal fo aso ɛyɛ abrante a yɛfrɛ no Gabi ɛyɛ agbonla hɔ atutu bi ɛde amane ɔmo yie paa sɛ ɛyɛ ridiculous sɛ Ateta ɛbɛba abɔnten anko yɛ mfa ma ɔyɛ kyewa wiw sei home and away about 3-1 na wie ya bɛka sɛ wo team no ɛna ɛyɛ best mo sɛ no nti ɛna supporters do na mpesa Arsenal for Belgium crew bia.
They tried first 15 minutes they were the better team.
They battered PSG. Yeah.
Should have scored 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah.
Just shows you what top goalkeeper can do in this competition. But after that I felt Arsenal faded. Odegaard had a better game, Martinelli, but they faded second half. And for the manager to say the best team lost is ridiculous. And this is the reason that other fan bases don't want Arsenal.
I'm not in that camp, to be honest.
But I think he's got another season now. And I'm talking another season to bring the Premier League home or the Champions League, because Arsenal Football Club, the history of Arsenal, should be winning the big trophies. You've seen other clubs get rid of managers out when they're not winning the big trophies. So another season, let him have a striker, give him the money, the funds for a striker in the season of Arsenal not winning the big trophy. So he's got to go.
Yes, yɛtiene no yɛ nsɛm a Gabriel Agbonla hɔ ɔno nso aka de afa ya Arsenal ɛwɔ ngame ɔmo ne PSG boy no sɛ ampa eduru baabi na ɔmo ɛwɔ mu den so eduru baabi na ɔmo fade out efiri mu a PSG fo ya na dominate yɛ sɛ wini yɛ de kwenti fo Ateta so ɔbɛba abɔnten aba bɛka so ɔmo ɛnɛ yɛ better team ɔmo ne a better side no ɔmo deserve better no ɔsɛ ɔno ne ɛnya adwene ɔsɛ ɛsiri yie pa sɛ Ateta bɛka sansɛm na no nti Arsenal for ne kasa ntina sɛ supporters no do na no ɛwɔ hɔ no ne mpɛsɛ Arsenal for Belgium crew asan so ɔmo gye a kasa paa nie na emo ɔsɛ ɔmo mpɛ striker bi mfama no na ne nyinaa mu no ɔmo de ma no na se wantimi anji kru papa bi amfa ma Arsenal dia ene ono abola ho no obes petisen penfo betimi awo ne konsa edina free Arsenal bobo ko na obi e no se Tottenham fo eje eye trophy pa dia obeka se Arsenal season no e failure anko yamfa momo.
North London, Arsenal were dumped out of the Champions League by PSG in the semi-finals last night. So Spurs to go on to win the Europa League and finish 16th in the Premier League. Is that a better season than second place but trophyless Arsenal?
It's a strange one to say, but yes, it will be. I mean, Arsenal have been poor in the Premier League this season. Done great to get to a Champions League semi-final, but didn't get through to the final. Spurs, dreadful in the league, of course, but to go and win that.
And eno and sama Gabi Abolaho. And so I kind of appears when I'm said the Champions League ne kwa de Arsenal na mo hwe so mbeko fa na kwa de ama so Premier League no so mo antimi am fight anje e say ampo second no mpo no bibia betimi asise bi o betimi afro nti se koba ne sa na Tottenham 16th position o mo ne nam hoi na enkoye mfa mom na say Europa League no makodu fa na o mutimi chi United no mo wi o mo dia obia be ka se ne Tottenham for no ayade e de ache Arsenal for no eno nso eye nsema Gabi Agbola ho so kan ye edi FIS San 7 no wa mano ni nsema no pay ye tena se bobo no so etimi edi abro edi nyina esi a they cannot to so the amount Kastle 90.3 FM.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's
Kastle 90.3 FM sini Robert Mensah Sports and Friday morning yatna sia yede ma wono FKK ede akopiem wa mano ne awie ye ba na fe enkoma hodo akachi no so no yetumi aba bedi enso etumi ede ama Osman de Venga betna se na ya mama na kwa aba na yetumi ede enkoma mamenya o message on 0244 743143 0244 743143 for message no for hobra na yen kan from Europa League final is set. Champions League final is set. Europa League final is set. One edge as it stands now. PSG ni Inter Milan Champions League the one e win here. Europa League Man United ne Tottenham Hotspur one edge and FA Conference League no Chelsea any Real Betis. Ye be wie no na hwan na the Conference League no. For message afa 0244 743143 0244 743143 and Friday. I'll say good morning, Miss Adams. The most painful time in my life is Barca losing. Hashtag Vesca Barca. Hey, and yes, Barca losing the banya Tuesday no. And then Friday, Guswa Elsu. Hey, I say hello, good morning, champion Miss Ruby. How are you and your crew? I see Inter Milan winning the Champions League. Manchester United for Europa and Betis also for Conference League. Otuga inside semi. Hey Otuga today obey niya ho. Okay, yo. Man United Europa, Betis Conference, PSG UEFA Champions League. One for Odin and Fanka ho. Say Chelsea for no the against no. I just say against now. Very good morning to you, Miss Ruby and FKK. The Champions League is cool. Cool job for Inter. Chelsea will also win the Conference League. Finally, Tottenham will win the Europa League. Mark my words. Mr. Ambia from UCC and also the way Eddie Abba and Anopaya that same. Now, I'll say good morning. This Europa winner to play Champions League is a lazy man's approach. Pa Asamanga also on pet. I'll be able to Europa League guess what I so about Champions League. On this or Europa League, I was so in automatic qualification to the Europa League. Not Champions League, but when they until lazy man approach in the end when they. By the way, good luck to Spurs. PSG for Champions League, Spurs for Europa League, and Chelsea for Conference League. Segaf and anyway, Eddie Abba. I mean, our message on 0244 743143. 0244 743143. Final near set. Why not the Europa League? Why not the Conference League? And after why energy the Champions League? You know, Champions League, PSG Inter Milan. Europa League, Man United, Tottenham Hotspur, and a conference no, Chelsea Real Betis. For our message, Nebra. Na ye can into me and fama. Mama Osman Akwaba. Na ye ni enkomo ewa ha. Osman, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Bibi I boko die.
I am coupon now, Bibi I boko.
When FKK cheche mucha no. Mimi ma wana na cheche mai. Ona se venga nya adwin ho.
Oh, I say mentimi kasa me ne nya adwin say na adwin no but I feel say bia you for no try. Un se do ay say ade won yi mu. Ipado do say na no mo de o mo adwin koso. Un se Zavin so akasa fa so hwa na ne rebusan say masa. Ya bo Champions League you see Tuesday and Wednesday atwam. Na Thursday night the other day. And also there are good games be a war. Until say amoka so win ya qualify na kobo Champions League. Maybe a way of say be almost so per se who say a competition as a young fire focus no ko kakra on per se e basro kakra because we are
kastlefm
the European pokra na no ko a ho ne Champions League gap no net say and amosa de
conference
abesha bi aba be kan conference as abeshem ti on person mo ya na bi omu se o
edegede Joseph
of course so be conference anya papa anya conference say
Joseph what is we figure
okay enti as motivation
yes bibi sa
obora Europe ma wo wani brebebo
wo wani brebebo
sa wo betmanya Champions League
clubs ni bebre so be kai so be kai pa na mo mfa omu full complement of almost squad na nkonkobo
of course
na dodo na treat no te say as a kwakoye domestic cup here normal you be no normal ball edrum be na English clubs no omu fa Premier League mpo matches seriously than so omu kwakobo sa conference na isa Europa no but until so mu say Sevilla mu win omu make names for themselves and all that was when I who say now Chelsea ko ba the say ni bre no bebo and Manchester mu nyina ko bobo bj Arsenal eduru be bi anya all English side so mo ko boy fana that was Chelsea and Arsenal enu pe ko say 4 so nti me sure say on person mu ye bibi sa anye say chinchina say the amount for keka ebuofu no these are organizers and whatever mo feel so be ya ma the other competitions na ye important bia no on be fast way team the anti amo ye bibi sa say you don't want a budget. Some person with them as domestic league, no person with chess as so bia. But yeah, so soon the more Konya said, boy and competition. This is what we want to do. Say na caveat and etie. Ubona ojia, ye more automatic qualification. Tournament now when you do now person kobono. The Champions League no. Uji Europa na. Ubetimi akoboni streets. I wunya so say who plays top 4 and as a top 5
good and FK
Yes, I think that is one side brilliant analysis. In fact, say start to be people be now or to too many attraction and this is one of the ways I was about that I'm attraction into rebranding about 2009 which obviously you cannot fault organizers but me feel baby as when get free by in the at this moment we now say yes the spirit of competition sir obi Europa we waji league navy he moves to another competition. How does he defend Europa title? Is it also as so they want to make a Champions League, just the spirit of competition? Or besides the Champions League, okay, group stages, no so one set out on 10.
Okay,
maybe you do stage BR or be room or honor. I mean, I think this is the argument, Papa Nofi, Rebo.
Okay,
we are through a stage. Now I'm the 4 slots neighbor. Sa competition you can have more 5 slots. Akwakobo.
Yes, that is the arrangement. In every competition, biano on your static.
Okay.
Or a dynamic. Rules necessary. Champions League are able. So do be able group stages.
How many years?
But what's now our journey was okay. My Yambra back bill since 1993 or so.
Okay.
Yambra back na yamba in the league format face no. Na yambo. It me feel that dynamism this is. It's something what's never for us watching.
Okay. Come on, you would Europa League. Now go defend what
defend your title.
No better Champions League.
Champions League now through the league no.
No, they are your idea.
They are moving.
Okay,
okay. So Oja could defend no. Yeah, it's a case obi oji no. Then the say obekwa kobo Europa the next season.
Okay, because even the league position no crown.
Kobo Champions League
Conference League na be say.
It's where them they have say.
So December
and the beauty of it.
If Kono win no, league go to qualify for Champions League. But he gets automatic qualification to the Champions League. Is it not weird to you?
The first one is weird.
Yes, on your weird. Man United.
Ni na ye weird. Udi echira ni nyina ye weird.
Yabo league. What to do 15, 16 position. Then what Europa
League? Champions League.
Automatic Champions League. But in the league phase in Momuno, you can have for the natural ways in
Europa
to qualify in Kobo.
Okay.
Yes, the Mr. Said you can say ebia United age Premier League no entimi anko top 4 top 5 ni say so many top 5 na continue the top 5 na ka ena wonya akonya age bia Europa na okokobo that is Champions League next season. I think it's fair. Emuda ho, you are right with that. But me say the oje Europa no. So ebia waji Europa. Enei ye kan wakwa Europa. Na ehun nyampo kra se bia o place outside the top 4.
5, yeah.
But ebia also so oje ya no akwa place top 4. And I say mpo first kra mpo e saji the Premier League now automatically also qualify our Champions League ni dada.
Okay.
Meaning say they make so what you say. To Yamfan say proud to a season, you know. Na United and Ibia or do find our kwakobo. Let's assume sampa automatic qualification or more can at the honor air but already on also place 4th. Ewo league ni mu.
Okay.
And the same thing.
Just a minute. Champions League, it be in Momuda. And when we are all conjecturing, and I say imagine a club about the Champions League. It be a PSG, Inter Milan, who cry the Champions League. So we be defending champions. But it be a league, no. When two man qualify and back. Per the competition format. The following season, no, because we're defending champions, will they be part of the Champions League? The rules be your
Champions League no Ogia.
No, rules be your number. Yeah, but Champions League. Na mo Champions League no.
The following season.
What you mean qualify na wamba. Does it get his automatic qualification? We need to check and find out. So up and down so that would make the argument to know.
Okay.
Very simple.
Okay.
Yeah, so we no unqualified yeah. So I'm qualified. But we dey can say omo di bibia to say ko we ni Europa na ekoje. So
okay.
There
was a time on so Jose Mourinho so complaining say Argentina obi born the Champions League. Yes, about Champions League you know when to me and qualified from the group stage. Ni atene drop to the Europa League. Over the Europa League because about Champions League. And about Champions League group stage went to me and qualify and call the next stage. Yes, I tell drop second Europa League. Mourinho so fuya say now then tell us the pan we free man onko fie. No ba Europa League. No baba besisi o baba beje. Ti ke yi ni na enfo na ko bia otobia on the obeka.
Ruby say the previous stages you know. Ruby. The previous Champions League format you know.
Okay.
Not so be to the third in the Champions League group or drop ko Europa.
Europa no.
But the new format we know. Enko Europa bio. Europa for kote na wobo. The league format yes.
Okay.
The league format in kote. Into be fi Champions League go Europa.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Omo ball playoff no be anko baby.
Obi anko join bibia.
Sa
yes, the new format that not. Champions League kote. You play in the Champions League. Enko Europa kote, Conference League kote. So how about that one?
Okay. Many messages in the fan for na fe. Yanko yanim good morning. Good morning, madam. In fact, Chelsea for conference, Tottenham for Europa, and the Champions League for PSG. Okay, thank you so much. And for the anka for Dinka Hobra, ni baby I would free bar. Good morning, Kastle FM fraternity. Champions League for PSG, Europa for United, Conference for Betis, and finally Madrid will win the La Liga. Just trust the process, Mr. Cheeks. And anyway, Eddie Abba, Chelsea will win the Conference League. Okay. Now, good morning, Miss Ruby. To you and your crew. Champions League, PSG, Europa, Man United, Conference, Betis. So when you who for Europa, not who say Conference, and Chelsea, dear. Could be a man you be able Chelsea for the Conference, but Bob J from Atabaze Mempasem. Now. I say good morning, madam. Inter Milan to win the Champions League. Tottenham for the Europa. That's a Chelsea for the Conference. Ernest from Bonkus is against for you who Osman. Man for my who saw man for in Chelsea for the Europa and Spurs. And I man for the Conference. They Betis. Tell FKK to retract that comment and apologize to Chelsea fans. Else he risks losing me as one of his radio admirers. Sergav, That we cry me Chelsea Conference League Conference League Conference Bay. Nya asemu na aba nka Chelsea nka ababere ne Conference League nya Todd Bowley
retracted. My retracted. But I did win you.
Good day, Miss Ruby. Inter Milan, Inter Madrid is winning the biggest trophy. United for the Europa, Betis for the conference. So the Blues won't be saying they have won all European trophies. Arisco, Edifri Bibi, and now against the Emo Dinipa. Good morning, Miss Adams. Europa for Tottenham, Champions League for Inter, and Chelsea too will win the Conference League. From taxi driver Kayito inside Akonoma, thank you. FKK, where's our come out here? TFKK. Hey, FKK, you conference rubbish. Ayo, Sunday go come. I be you know that your punishment day by side hands. Hands. You go eat your fufu well. Chelsea inside Abraham Yami. So, Uncle he.
Me you so did you.
Sunday, basa anybody basa de bano. Almost so mumua. Mubete. Mame fa wenka hona fe yamra. Good morning, my beautiful sister. I hope you are doing well. Greatly well by God's grace. Okay, and mercy. Champions League for Inter Milan, Europa for Tottenham Hotspur, Conference for Chelsea, Professor Kojo Sabat inside Broimiba. Thank you and God bless you. Kojo Sabat, that's no pain. Okay, making kind of Canada, but Mamma was so dear. Na yenko yanim ewa hanum sentino. The UEFA Champions League final ebebaso. Champions League final no ebebaso kama pa na said enema etien so no ntiame adoma. On the 31st May, and I bought the Champions League final, no, 31st May, and I bought the Champions League final. Europa League, no, 21st May. Europa 21st May, and a Champions League, no, 31st May. Na idea Conference League, no, so no. And so to me at to draw Conference League no so no ebeba so Chelsea ni Europe France Betis no so no final no so no ebeba so midweek ni no yeah try conference final date is 28th of course so Man U 21st the following week 28th na Chelsea ma bo na the Saturday final of the Champions League no so no to me abaso but of course and Friday yeah the first segment of the show no so na fe you might train come May 9th edu sana na Ghana nyina kaka ye ho and Minister for Sports and Recreation Samson Ora ya Papankra NSA boss mun nyina be ka efe ho na fe heart na kotoko fa hyase a almost eka ho asem ye be di nkomo so ne so
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King. The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Enuntino sadia ene matiano no yanto asom fama on Kastle 90.3 FM. Na yanhwe sadia ene enema first segment no May 9th no. Esia no Asman.
Yeah, Mr.
Where were you?
Onamisa.
Na usa ho Osman de be masa Khalifa nya o Obama asa Khalifa nya ka what is that 2001 now say na usa asa Khalifa nya wa wie enu ti ya a statement from Kumasi Asante Kodoko and Accra has the omde pokragu krata so but let me first read from Kumasi Asante Kotoko omde flyer ne the abakama United against stadium violence never again May 9th and your Kotoko no omde by and say 24 years ago a thick dark cloud engulfed our country not from flames but from the tragedy of losing 126 innocent lives to a stadium disaster. As we observe this day in grief, we will continue to mourn our fallen sons and daughters and forever stand against any form of violence at our match venues. Eno Kumasi Asante Kodoko no. Heart then there what? Tempa statement as the Abana, Yansha hat, the N. Fantosunafi, Yansha the club statement to our cherished and devoted fans, the entire House of Folk family, and the people of Ghana. Today, May 9th, marks a day that is forever etched in the memory of Ghana football. It is a day we pause with a heavy heart to remember the tragic events of May 9, 2001. On this solemn anniversary, we at Accra to Folk remember the precious lives that were lost at the Accra Sports Stadium. We extend our deepest condolences once again to the families and loved ones of the departed. Their absence is still profoundly felt, and we pray that time continues to bring solace and strength to those they left behind. We also remember those who were injured and continue to live with the physical and emotional scars of that fateful day. As a club, Accra House of Folk will never forget this tragedy. It serves as a constant reminder of the importance of safety, security, and the well-being of every single supporter who comes to cheer us on. We are committed to ensuring that our stadiums are places of joy, unity, and passionate support, free from any form of violence. We call upon all our fans to continue to be the ambassadors of peace and good sportsmanship. Let the spirit of phobia be one of unwavering support for our team, respect for our opponents, and a commitment to creating a safe and enjoyable atmosphere for everyone. Let the memory of those we lost on May 9, 2001 serve as a powerful motivation for us all to work together to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again in Ghana football. Together, we stand in remembrance, and together we move forward with a renewed commitment to the safety and spirit of the beautiful game. Long live House of Folk, never say die. And a heart statement almost so at me Ediaba and May 9th, I ne kai the May 9, 2001 a disaster.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Okay, my answer as ye na ye ni nkomo ewo eye ensem ni mo. On the May 9th, where were you? Now we hear radio, now we hear TV. Oko stadium honom. I remember there was once a story that I heard. There was this man now Oko stadium honom and ne wife eka say o man nko. My wife trina said the man nko o mom nko baby nko tena. And man wanko and later on and not dia kwakusie no. It was a very sad day for Ghana. 126 people in lose your life. It be so prior na almost so no egusu a ewo hono mo a physical issues ni ade nyina no ha wo mo bepem samre and a whole lot of things and happy. Now how far any about as a country after the May 9th no in terms of our security, understand as it has the end of kind understanding of the game, you know how and agro in terms of officiating all the story behind the what I want to me answer be ebi I want now ni honum what all the things that happened now majority one of the side, you know mujidi say officiating and a cover same way in Dubai and a whole lot of issues and it happened on that day. Osman Devenga, I know also now akodana day, but of course how far as a country and ya grow after the May 9th no and all the statements are from the two clubs are now involved on that day no.
Remember that's an upper way na yen chicha yen adent and then listeners na viewers in na dobi biara especially when every day any moment biara no want to show na see pay mamichia ya Uncle Sule michia driver Kayuto michia Sheikh no nye imamu nyina and I wanna see pole and enclaves in na ko UCC so all the offices you know and michia DOCGS Madam Josephine yes once was shown on friends I go +1 or do something no echicho bibia wo UCC and a power when na what say show na or enjoy na one our hospitals market taxi drivers ni na one yin to me ambo wonzin yakopon on share won na onye won kese Ruby, midnight issues in in fact, Ohawadrin, and then literature, what captain ye come. The man soon I show ye echo YouTuber, a benya audio visuals in videos in be nyamosi or quay. In fact, nyimpa, we na was a so kogu sabi na entumun share because Ruby na nyimpa womb, not Ohawadrin. And then afterwards, ye be bezin komo commission of inquiry finding what's the cause of the situation, and I'm breaking issues about officiating because go be by ya be musu the offside being your offside no mun some misunderstanding or bent officiating no a very key or can home madama asem we to mo be honum. Secondly, about security issues. Now so is one of the most important thing or the problems when you na kase or the bay. A kwana ikroma hade yen police funo we control crowd management. Be up till now. Them problem no. Ikroma yen to yen so anu yen mesma we control crowd. It's a demonstration. Now police funo ba find ways and means we control crowd, especially when maintain me wan say ba. A kwana we see what for that we treat demonstrators and now for warrior route and now bibi them no. Most of the time say be we no now for paper. My name say if you ma place from the adequate training in crowd management by you who incident or called or no now supporters ni be abochenku baby na was it tear gas was it tum we gonna ko baby so na still na waka wonder honum ni nyinara when tray honum. Now we would even talk about the stadium architecture and the stadium madam incident ko kosi wo honum no. Fast forward can 2008 ye be hu there. We've made some improvements in terms of the number of exits Ekoyen stadiums now in the year one Accra Sports Stadium which is the second exit now Enya crowd is able to make almost about by year 10 or more exits of Honum as a BBC able to na able for more Honum. And the last time let me say the new National Sports Authority Director General no kade even the exits na zinupono or chede wotum na one number nini na will make sure there so be from one on them tickets no wasn't man so off forget A B C D no nya wache wotum na we indicate just to make sure the security was stadiums one no e wotum na ya kwa let me be a fine it will be on your far fetched okay cause it's no be na yenya ya discuss na ya kanu but the question is about in the yesua is if you that situation
yeah
it's rather unfortunate the remember the yesua no yesua disasters in football I think Bebre na no way CCC. Okay. Yes, Bebre na England, Manchester United, and then Liverpool. You who be see almost every year Hillsborough disaster. Yeah. Almost every year also commemorate or honor. But be someone that since then no, even as in these two clubs where we be terrorist rival. Why yeah? Even come to see you. Men you sure that at there, Bibia Kodoma Liverpool supported by a question no kwa. United supported by a question no kwa. Even some situation be obesity, but then on come there. Nimpano kwa kwahwere no kwa honum boys ya fight to see even in international tournament impo ya ko FIFA World Cup
Kastle FM
is it
Russia so? Russia no
I mean German England no there is it German so no England and that supporters no okay boom it's na me my osis ya isolated event o honum but the moment of about yet the subani be obaka ye ho no I want to how adwen no now you can say about officiating we be till data you can say yes, you're officiating in our game. Has it improved or not? And I know it to be better agent. I feel that you're improving. Maybe I agent and agent. Because in that new case, we still talk about bribery in our game. And that you can say we still talk about situation referees work on the foot of player. Wasn't one case one result and was a call. Some decisions by your referee and professional course, but in one way me show that I buy you're no referee way BB. And especially some of these incidents also is now this same referee CB and our cost of honor. Men can referee back quite mistake, but remember example.
Of course,
you call Indom Stadium. Elmina Sharks against All Blacks. That situation of it was because referee decision be acquire one could
of course.
And now was the problem no was because of a certain perception be more won me there. Yeah. Referee no banakasa no was man on basically be.
Of course.
Me unya dey Cape Coast Stadium. No, you call Robert Mensah. You call Buswado one game against Park Academy. And you who you more called based on the perception of referee no obi aba betina chintu no obey influence referee no meanwhile so no bo bebezi no na bibia no nkonkosi wo honom. In fact aba betina an FA president former FA president Kosi Nyantechi all catch referees there bribe no was wa mama cause ball na the victim. How is that possible? It's every say on the yes about officiating na aba so na ye there you be safeguard the interest of the referees no and the immediate things anka if no to my in there born say what we happen when scano ye nto ye from one say be arrangement with the referees no okay busum bia so a match say z in the month no ye nto whisker one from one
ye two crowd be ma one crowd beje
one pound whisker mama but when you can say the last time you be tin afia dey be zoom komo no close to almost about 3 months or 4 months referees won't you one and how do you expect them there game na work kwezi no obekwa with that man fair mind there me to connect Cape Coast Dr. Osman okwo tamale okwezi ball na kasa ofo nis kan ye pray financing na for okwezi ball no we for close to 4 months now na ntia na
of tamale ba and the next game no yesaso onko eye bechem no ase akọ aba yo the next game yesaso onko omesne nko voter region wakọ
na
kotokum adai
you expect him there in Pakuna no pepper here Ruben not so you so fumpa he will be influenced and the croma the young coaches me smwa akoye no so be your papa you pay the person back with kindness into me a team official me a team owner referee or be my hotel papa 4-star hotel a big car also manimbesia fumpo bibi just to make the referees feel comfortable all can also J5,000 way fashion one on country bribe J5,000 fashion one that could be our transportation na na kwekwe the ball na say 50-50 ball be about penalty
so one
obaji into will be referees one warfare one treatment to improve them no before the na yenye
okay
but you better refresher courses na ade bokodo okonom even sometimes simple akwana ese for the influence referees no one appointment no and there's na your rag okonom all of a sudden referees na kase by any appointment
sir another video ni buy na say sanko for no mo corrupt ntia ne ya beji ade
ya beji ase na ya ye and e be an ex ESCO member I see there are referees be in the system was one your hatchet job onye sameni mado no be no nka efe no bi enti what have you changed about our refereeing system now?
Okay
so that is a problem security wise no ruby and yensuaze
Sunday one who say wa me here ni post no
yes
say wa me here dey akohwe a GTV for Facebook page say wa me here post akokan say Minister of Park the security won some is him say it wasn't all that okay for the classical no and oba no be complaining na GTV for ko travel post here. And the comment the second comment that I saw no was from Nana Odrosafo. Also you talk you are an ignorant, you don't know stadium na hwan dia what nam say stadium na bind dia on the match day no who is in charge of security and the house of folk and the house on KF no so why are you saying said you can enya no correct don't uncle blame why man ko blame uncle blame why so you see
that is the problem one I hear you wanna see on there agruzi no jumazi no wonze enyim no one anytime ya say bibi nkoye ya they want to blame everybody but themselves one is one kan hu bi onye one na wo cause the problem no nti enja wonder ma just as you put it no onye NS na asaze there ya kobo match will provide the security
that be
our league organizer no and catch clubs in there match day so your category A you pay 120 policemen it's a club now for 120 policemen now mba match commissioner of Honorable Botum call off the match day.
Of course.
Because the aim meet the criteria no. Born yembo. But as usual, yenje mungum the money yenkwe nenyim. Into the club is not serious. The FA itself na sumpo nye serious of honor. And even when we bring the police in impa, managing and controlling crowd no. We can't we yentum yenye. And most of the time why you point there. On match days you know, we only think about ball na kasan in a perimeter no but my kwado was dancing outside the stadium they don't care about those ones no it's not police we could see it was outside the stadium sanka your police presence were outside want to check there bibian kodu ya bia and this particular tragedy we no care betty yentumi ankwa ankoye honum and the same thing will happen in the crowd na asumpo police fridge na honum one kahwe until Monday ye ba yezu come about the game no ye boss security for about no FA twema agency bibido because na IGP one meeting no they brought in their men there one man by Mensah not onya fair in fact it was beautiful but about me actually the man that's the question you be say
okay
Ruby the knowledge about our game in terms of supporters
I improve kakra
up to no yensu yaze
supporters
want game na ase yeah supporters in the game na ase under onye won fault bia it is because clubs no and why you want them yes because any hwa football ibi and they make example this week we are talking about Arsenal coach bia about coach nyaze coach bia want to win trophies but in the meantime the supporters have training grounds today wakosa akin if you want because
Kastle FM
mention the Real Madrid Carlo Ancelotti supporters are now ko be jene say ka kan but in the yetumi ya put the club training ground simple Ghana had yetumi akaye out to the extent that say your match day venue sir I want to say boy match wie na say enyu anje result no ho a instead that bro fi meso we yan no players but in yan na your player di ensa yet kaka yan akasa yan team members simple to some extent referee simple that one break and some security men once we gina ho wanya hwe wo ho no inti yan adwa kwa yan that obi no bofia anytime it's all about win but this is not football
okay
in the spirit of competition no or your three results no ba win draw and then lose but lose no be arampe so if you don't want to lose now you do what is right and as no we to makwa efe but say anti game na say na wadwena in the ball say ebo wo fia ekoni bia do win the games now they be abobura away supporters they be abobura referees and that is not the game on
draft for betwa unsuo sisi twa
etru be basre
okay
eti yentum na ye improve or ye nyama na osi no na yensu as in film isolated event with Brennan we see so kromade kotoko game bi wo Kumasi baba yara yet the police nyi bi wa bobi na nyu
of course
they are not just professionals and that is one thing that will be on boy in game
okay
and to me feel that May 9th way no on serve as a deterrence so one life umpa it is much more important
of course
than league
Obibaka say 126 na a free Sandman bibi sa NC but the other ya bu obi ya tietia obi ya bu obi ani tuo pole ewo ni nyina no na ye nipa wasam nyese nipa bebre mu nti no I just say ya koye nim okay all right
we should do better and I pray and hope that all the stakeholders ni nyina no e be am kada ball na ye no onye just the GFP
Dabi
abani kan hu bi abani agencies kan hu bi
and NSA hu nyina ho mu na
ka bo as supporters super major stakeholders but for the supporters no they don't take any part one respecting media yes you can be say anya and kind of corner ya anya the man has not be continue. I think that we should learn our lessons now
okay
in game no
me da say Accra Sports Stadium no so adwede no be so Ryan Pofan kram be hwe no media nim na afei oma hwe ekodoko former chairman na referee dimpo FKK ono na odi animu a Herbert Mensah yes sure ono so kan ho bia ono de oma busuafo free mu no oma hwe bi mu ama ko invest in program po wi a nyagopon ko so na osia no pa FKK quick one on the May 9th ye be hwe de besi wa Accra mpefo be hia na nkomo mo de beba no so no ye ba ochina ye de bia abedan ye tiefo
quick I didn't say recalling the event no ye important oboa wate asi kakra honom bia bad said they can officiate in this side and buy and I understand na untimi say sa untimi blame me be a supporters
Uncle Paul message there be na person or say and mama count the anyway of course it's still na Uncle Paul just say enya a question of officiating
okay
a goal was scored and referee G na kotokofo no say I started some more certain name because I hunu suye. And you know of course yeah whichever way any come
and still now officiating I did buy and so then I can short you say game man you follow sometime now me dem any Africa cranty me now me follow commentary and to sure incident in buy was a game no a travel call long and son of goes to share say bem 60th minutes Lawrence AJ NHF first goal in Makotoko then 17 minutes later next and distance we are about 77th minute and Ishmael Adu eba bete kano e de Makotoko ono a share anche within the space be 3 minutes and or share second goal tisa second goal no and a di issue ni nyina kokoba na Kotoko supporters and feel say two incidents here nti emu ba ko na be basa o mu third goal mu concede against Inter no feel say that build that player na foul e wo mu no ti na ba ko ye foul incident ba na ba ko so so ye offside no mu gidi say Ishmaelado no share go no offside position and they anasa ansana born by or ball too much. The no issue no has to do with two incidents in the build up to that second goal no so more one foul the build up then the other one offside corner no more expect to say referee would mu edi no now betimi but referee no kasa the for home.
Of course, yeah.
That was Jacob Wilson say. No can say people say my assistant raised his flag. Yeah. Yes, he did, but for a different infringement. The infringement was for the same attacker, but they already had the advantage. And this incident now no can say an assistant wavy a flag no nti was a kokko no so won say advantage e wo hold the mother attacking team na ye has folk na hu hia say obekwa stop game nti the nti awanje no I said the laws of the game say you should play on. So I allowed the game to continue and the assistant brought his flag down. Inti honum de samata no ewu. Then I said and where this gentleman moved to pick the ball had nothing to do with the foul. By law, everything was perfect. He picked the ball and scored. Yes, some people made noise, but it ended and we continued the game. I did nothing wrong and I have no guilt. I feel bad someone losing their father, brother, but the blame that we triggered the event is totally false. Wilson and I can't ask him. That was a referee which didn't no feel say no the rules and regulations not the year juma pepe nti the kind offside no more can I say foul whereby in the build up no or can justify say na advantage at the mahas nti na hu ya sa foul no so no minim say who say in this sense no na etia hwan said na kotokofo no be justify there it means say na etia kotokofo na say ka referee no ejimo mo ti sa honom na mention that I said na foul with your house there has for the ball no come more advantage so more scoring opposition and I say scoring position omo kwa akoshe go nti na hu nya say obesa beje foul no e dia mo mu biem nti that was the corrections na nyoma after that incident no eba be shemu but there can say obviously other routes bebre CC are taking lives. Liverpool for and Juventus for will be our Champions League and Liverpool for Sapphire the almost supporters require no Amon Sapphire as a club 2 years na Champions League no more Mbobi yenim rivals hold Boca Juniors River Plate with Germany Oko Brazil Argentina River Plate Boca Juniors Argentina yes yehu sa rivalry and nyoma esisi mu def nyina type mu Oko Brazil Santos for mo de Oko Egypt Zamalek ne Al Ahly omupo de omo aya ma say foreigner and ya na ba be do omu games say be ya sa nyoma no ebi NCB enya de papa enye the best thing by na supporters na de bia na mpese ya na yentu ye ho fumo rather than say because the football na ye no so those mistakes no and yen kan okran fan kire ye ho sa mistakes ya ye bubo ye player ejina offside position na obo ahye ye build up na ye foul player bi ansa na go na ba no eto atwa na referees no mo agai sample so ne de ye feel say enfoso per the referee nchirechire mu na ode ba de otimi so justified ye pepper yo no de ye by said the young supporters ne tiechira ye feel say wrong no those officiating officials no mo agai na empo ene ya vampo ewom kra wo elsewhere no and na catch Champions League ya Barca game say man for blame referee no but oh yeah who ni say mistake or no who ni say pepper yo mrano no di adwumanti ana de biam ka say understanding of the game no na ye tiase say emfomso no part say genuine say nya genuine no part be do on ma ye mom no say share so sometimes say de we obi tiase ba me dia me say ba bia me ma dwene makoma me dia to no ade be trigger me pa mama to me sa na ma fada de say me di kobo obi ana say me yo be bonny because of the SCB internet especially with game team crash say me support no music bi nhim and ye kan on say supporters na two or more na team no wura no
VIP
protection and session ho ono no waye din akane na to so no to na wo ordinary supporter no e na wo kokon enti e ba ho am na safai
10 to the 20 Ghana official gate
akwa enti ono timo na no administrators no omo to on ba bi omo te VIP e na omo e hwe nyoma ye be sa protect omo account ba wo na wo ordinary de di kan akotena awiam insure to e be sa abo account na wo si ye di atia wo team ntino ye nja wo ne koti ni peti eti ye mom na wo say ye ntiase ye ntie nyire ye ho ye nti game na say ye po by force ye ntiase say game no enfumso e wo ye referees no e ka ho e to ontwa da e free mu
si asuma no wajibo
asembe and okwaye sa de bia na be safa ye wie right but Mensah so no ho that time na Hariza come now Thomas Okan
okay
no mo nyina ho sebio oti bibi for
omo ti ase omo
da so ho sisia ba wo ordinary fan America na akotena wi akotena nsuo mu no una yese wa hwere ho kan wo de ko ye justify the referees ni abashi omo aya kan but no say who realities of life are
of course
oti abrabo ase oti nature ase na oti bibi ase a wan kasa na eboa wa anti football no so be di akire pa na nyankopon ma na wiase nkwawie se wo pese wo di ball na chi ade kode anyoma bi won ma wo so oti ase from the referees and all that but say yes system the man here and say aso mo aya ma say the evidence no aye more evidential say omo ademudie ne saade ne bebebe ma nas video no baba be che ne ntia na de bia no obi be kwa to the extent say obekwa akoye saade no but say yes ye sua bibia free pa na se pese ye boa ne etwetwa saa nyoma ne so dia afutuo no kese pa no supporters ne entu ehofo ye ntu ehofo pa and them saade no menka say blessings ana as they say cross the padodo na enko stadium
say omo
ye kan say dodo na so enko stadium dudu na enko hwe probably ebia no nti na sa disaster no kwa bi ma bia because still na man for sa bitterness no ewo mumu a referee sebio odi simhunu bia during game a obepesa odi bibi ba no
I say kodokwa ne duas ebi si wo Robert Mensah ha no ma elipa free wo dwane
football ya obi de ni sika ate ne ball na oye yo de wakoma ko ni akiri kakra no okwa kokun obi wa ho e ba sa ho na ho be kire wo
okay
nti ye
okay I say even if a goal has been scored against you your team should you dismantle the seat Uncle Paul and was sign anyway ede abano ya na o se table na say wa wo park ne so a wa dwen won kwa ho good morning madam. You are too much for how you are discussing and analyzing. Your show is loud and clear at Mori. In fact, okay. Messing about my baby so now. I'm in fact calls na fe TF so for my drink. On the first segment, and May 9th. Yeah, May 9th a disaster and then National Sports Authority ni pay for bet na se no so no aka omo from kwanyina. Now what him out in say na after they see ya no Ghana your sports ni no dey say yes ade free mu your supporters no your tea ade na say referees no wo ma improve omo ho security ho nsem no wo dey say name to say Mamefa calls net here phone so emra on air this segment 0244 408 046 0244 408 354. Me first caller. Hello, good morning.
Yes, Miss Ruby. This is Vera Richard Aholo, Mensah.
Okay, it's you.
No, that eventual date on the May 9th, that I'm named Sujuma, me. Awakra. We were listening to the commentary, and Kotoko for almost first goal. That time, no, there be winning in a band. Say, ya ban a basso. Who say, that time no Kufona.
Mr. Debbie, Mr. My carbon, and high carbon on park, and so I can't buy us them park, and so. Yo. Why?
You know, now Kotoko omo man so omo beche hard. Nti omo che first goal no bia biara man so it's a goal. Kotoko obi ani age. Nti papa woni your friend is saying Continental Cup Bastards, the 64 battalions, and the striker of the 64 battalion, Ismail Ado. Share, Obeto Marco, Papa, first go Omate.
Okay, but okay. Oh, but one never be now line break. But now we're born 10 na Obi Sonia Swaba Subi. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Miss Ruby.
Me patch didn't be free.
What means because I've now come in more time and asking now, because I've money you lose already. In a Ghana for Yena cannot be I'm not a business court. What I could do, I could you to put penalties. You can question among you and 1 a.m. And because when I be
other referee the twice in the council on his cano. Hatama, Nippon Subana, Yana, Kaza, Wama Yahuni Subano, also and to put in here, come to go back at the question among like I want program. Okay, okay. I thought Obidiana Mate, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Boboski.
Miss Ruby.
Boboski, it's you.
Miss Ruby, I'm the main knife now. You're back at fit the matam and I be sendano. You're back supporters, you would be no, you share the cacao.
Yeah.
But I see we're free Senate, we'll share she. I want the Robina walk on a resort, no, she walk to come. And no idea call. It's a young one song could say. See what no on the crowd officials no waka ho. Sa am we free this car onko nkede ntie bi. It's the mo nkofo na obi issue bibi wo. Supporters dey ekọ ebe he we ebobofo. We free the Frenchman support bi am finance account. E di match bi en wo dey we free match e di pepepe e bi an ya ohwe. E na timo na crowd officials bi aso anka ma we free scar we free so nkede ofri ntie bi. Basa yamba it's the munko free over the YouTube hopeful you get about it midnight for me no more park may you mark time near Sombu near park about them time you ticket first half for now you free park then they are one KB and Kamasoma it's mediation the pa
Mate yeah that's a pa I mean show hello good morning me patch didn't baby free can you
this is them and I want to about me now. I mean, them new medication now my supporters. Can me to this referee the fine. It been a record of referee or the decision in Brano or fine. Now all making them decision. Players know what their pitch and walking up. One call team officials walking up.
There be a man come.
One call intimation will show other ministers another block a stadium. No one baller. I want to send this year or your supported year. Said one boo and now one corner in the body beat. I want and what Jimmy I want to tell the uncle. My support another year or the other phone. No, I said I was so what can be. Atasha. It's in the winter one tower system will stadium. Yeah, make us refuge. And compare no operation room. Woman can pump Kwansana. I hear you one year. There's another call. Some officials now get our ball, but one fee starts man, I won't feel VIP and I won't feel or one member. Now, your supporters are your chest cable, your chest care for ball. Now, your woman, now, some minutes 9 in your room. Because that team officials are first now. Timon, it's your share the supporters.
May say hello, good morning.
So, Miss Ruby, me pass this thought about me cousin. To summarize everything. And I say, security and match of refereeing. As I say, or more organized, or more monkeys or more organized star, and the man more find teams, home teams in star.
Okay.
Omumbo modimpa. Eke na nkasa kwampo me to say nka omonye no authority na awu uye football bia mo bia nko omum fa independent no enye DFA.
Okay. Yeah, that's say hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pacho din baby friend free.
Tony Pablo mi fe fi Batman in Potimo.
Pablo it's you.
Miss Ruby disaster no. Exactly 24 years ago. Na me anya say ana time na me a footballer. The bottom of coach league. Oh, tema. Me uncle so na Ismailadi. What that is? Or say ono nim say kata say never ba. Naka oba na me mama bisa ni say Ismail ye po friend keke. Keke adentina o say sa go no. O say oni say baba ni sa ma ni pewu. At that time me madam for be. Ye after ye go training. And say ko shebo ni bi. Wednesday. If to a pa madam friend your friend Razak of Nima in Kushiomo. This will be the same look as I can't down see will stadium. Where one baby Razak and baby. But me do one do 80 something minutes. Now catch madam for say yes. Na Kali me na me say Yamane Kokono. Mini nebesi into only senior pakal criminal uncle. Into a chakal kuma kojina osu kakunimo na say yes say ni si na ko tese so ni si manka kabadi san re kamisi bi kare but yeah it's not supported in kasa tese na mo kan yes support the trauma amoko paka me ko fa results for shokutuku ebi na e kan to me kan o aliza ko reference Nino Thompson mo mpinifuni na amoko tina VIP o and I make a tell Razak up to now. Razak on TRC. Razak up to now.
Meda say, Mama for. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Me pacho din baby of friend free.
From teacher Kweku, Mekasa fi bonkus.
Okay, sir, it's your pain.
The parent me this there. Ghana Hanangasa referee one them communicating gadgets no. You use it there.
Communication gadgets, I'm obi.
I know you because linesman bet my man flag though. No refuse me.
I'm gonna be by last 2 seasons, but Ebia says say I don't know. Someone replacing it there.
Ebia says and I just kind of serious because me know how our referees no communicate with one linesman offside linesman agi referees me but if sanka communication no wa enka ebe mu the linesman no call the BBAC. But I didn't know until referee no decision be take no or take based on kasa nembra odi. And two, TFA no what punish referee be we could the match be a match no and ya what referee no the match be he was another.
I'm demoti wa mo call lower division.
2009 Chelsea Barca game na. Them referee means the odi match be. These are some of the things that other what the referees, you know, no. This match I make the Asuzi the mass medal.
Okay. Yeah, that's
it. And fans and supporters, you know. Young can win there. Young can unqua and a year to catch out. It was refereeing Yashi with the match in the French team, but Young Casa Yako Boo, Yaki Dane, Kopaka, Kiki.
Okay. Miss Medase. Honorable Jaru.
Yeah, Miss Ruben.
Nyamia do me who ye honorable.
The main Casimia work this to be seen and Namobi. Mommy, well, I can walk bomb my bill na a shoe woman and that Marcus and I should am going. No was one task, the tipping thing may in a permanent I do be. No Boka still may.
Oh.
Now, guys, do a Abraham. The one being there said you I then am crazy. Much so I don't know. I don't want to look with me. Until that is transit papa and see Echo Parker, FK can pay for what's so. Any assassinated
Medase Honorable Jaru, so I snappy pine. I'm sure Medase. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This way.
Me pacho din baby friend free.
Mr. Speaker, I bring him.
Oh, Speaker, it's you.
Yeah, the number one sport. Cape Coast and beyond, and Central Region and beyond. Kastle Sport. Which will be meet this director our aquarium, the only meet
okay.
Let me take a chief for some of you. This will May night disaster. As so years, and I got no man, you shed the man. bu mponko hwecha na se yinhia bibia mfi mu ye sisi amankofo ewu me pole ni die eba mu basabasa ba as good ni nkofo bi ni match fixing no ni na gina bibi so na GFA na me de subo no ma ebo no se benya stadium guards for and stadium police for amama hwe yen spectators for no so ebufo bi a dia hye akoma mu a ko stadium se chinchin achi mi bohoma mi win no se ye nda abafo wo ye na this should be Ghana football go play. The moment you should be beyond him. What the gadget haba, with you go, with you go, the new stadium, police. Let's say police for bear 10. Walk stadium. Let's walk Obia. This will be so small. Say, walk police stadium. Or ya abandon no do fishing. Another GFO no do fishing.
I won't be able to make my investigation through the ministry.
Na say GFO waka corruption na sa man ko hwe risk ma what is it abana abo football mu na aban
okay kan hu bi ai
so
okay
so GFO no bibi wo ho ado wo hia
medase ma me fa me last caller na ya fancy. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pa cha odin me be free
what the friend me Japan me free abra
me pa cha eti on pay.
Okay, part of this Ruby, part of communication gadget you say referees using no. It is their own communication gadgets. GFA has not given any referee communication gadget. What we see them using no, your mom personal gadget or man somebody who's car.
Oh really?
Yes, I can say that on authority. What we see the Premier League Division 1 referees use is their own personal referee, is their own personal communication gadget. The second one is said, referee could demand club owner, supporters, leader, Obian fair referee could the match clean or coffee. Stop calling referees, club owners, stop calling referees, supporters, they stop calling referees. Ghanaian referees are one of the best we have in this country. But yeah, they are corrupt, and when we corrupt them, finish, then we come and to radio and they suffer again. And to my colleague referees, this anybody to use you to do their dirty works. Because you finish using you, the supporters, leaders, the club, and at the end of the day, we are the most vulnerable people. Maybe I better radio, so no, be a card of picture. Be smart. Don't allow anybody to use you for his personal bidding. The season is ending. Omamoko relegation, Omamoko league new winners, Omo. Don't allow anybody to use you for his dirty work. You don't have a personal radio, so that you'll be happen on by cattle. We are the best referees in the world. But if people allow us to just do our work, you will see the kind of work we'll do.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you so much, referee. Me that's a referee. As my referee na kasa wie no nti referee akasa we dey wie. But what I said earlier no, dey na minim. Na efe no, e na omo de betu dwa. The GFA odikan eto 10 air gadget for the 2020-21 season no. Oto air 10. And now add this 8 the same year before to a 15 new one. And you know, the following season, no, I said, ebi say that was 2022-23, no. So 24-25 feed maybe a bit hope crowd there, or my use or my dear, but they brought it say almost to be my almost.
On that same issue, the many referee Obedankwa. Yes, in Commodama, also making the same assertion. The only crowd took Conan and Anchor to the gadgets, but then one more won't be. But just has a kind of in your young publications,
of course,
yes, yeah. Wants wanted to be. But as today, so was in my referee the woman Yejuman are there. So it was I mean, we need to know how it works. But the thing is, referees are going to what Nazi. But if an answer will be a Honda.
Something like the first 2 seasons, a racket mobile and dear, Uncle Pebby, my almost. But the last 2 in a me, a been a honor. Okay, and you know, I tell for my dreams, and yes, you dear from Tino, yen I and share na Yamoya Homodia, FK Kausman, I can't costed you ma, wow, crown, wow, comes me quite comment to a Boisel and Clay. Na the referee the game no ball no to me say ball first half no was cool but second half no omo call dressing room buy no men cut him and on as go do bon there but omo call recess ne buy no na say couldn't say come akoso exchange saba for the ball no timi comment na me can say bia oh referee you say policeman say madam we dey can you na ye dey saka wa ye ntumi muwa kasa me che mo bo ase ntino One kasa na wo so oye semchoni oye friends a fan oko stadium a eti FKK unnecessary arguments emfa kwamu na mo ye nade wa hwe ho ye nti no emfa woni nsi e ba beto aso later on e de ama but I be kwa ba no ne basisi e quick one ne enche ne aba abehwe enro under 20 game o boy no FA Cup games e ba so this weekend kodoko ne brekum Chelsea enro kodoko friendly game for preparation na mo ye no and all other stories no ye nyina enso e de to also e will show you so.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Mama new messages ni been fan for now for quickly yanko your name on Kastle 90.3 FM. It's 58 minutes past 7. I say Inter for Champions League, Real Devils for Europa League and Chelsea all the way. Hey, where they were called Devils out Chelsea? Where they are? Oh yeah. Man, you are now your Chelsea supporter. I'll say, please. My question is, if the team wins, the Conference League and the team is part of the top 4, how will the team play? Oh, the Conference League now. So top 4. They are about Champions League. And about Champions League straight crack. About Champions League, you know. Oje top 4 more league muna oje Conference League crampo na obekọ Champions League straight. Good morning Miss Ruby. I'm Kobe from Cape Coast. Europa League for Manchester United, Chelsea for the Conference and a PSG for the Champions League. Okay. Miss Ruby, Arsenal. People are just pained that Man United is going to win the trophy while they battle yet again another season. Playing Champions League after winning Europa gives the smaller teams to also compete with the big clubs. FKK, yes. One reason or the other, no say, playing Champions League after winning Europa allowed the smaller teams to also compete with the big clubs. They be on no can the league muno. Anko on to me be on Champions but to the Europa League no so no. Obenya kwenya na kesefo no to compete. That's when you start kakra wo.
And also a reason why numbers no omodi be can.
Okay.
So this season we see nya teams are car
on a normal day na ha
council who lil munyina munyina
avela munyina ba okay
I think so as well.
Okay, so they can also compete with big clubs for fame and other benefits, of course, other benefits. So thank you so much for that message. Good morning, Miss Ruby, to you and your crew. Inter will win the Champions League. Man U for Europa, Betis for the Conference. Sebaya inside Zion, and now the about you, sir. Good morning, incoming to you and your crew, Miss Adams. Let's pray for Chelsea to win the Conference League. I mean, me and you. I from Osisata, New York City. I got to check out the fair. Also, do the end of the about. Then I'll say good morning, Miss Ruby. My name is Joe. Okay, Joe. Champions League is for Inter and Europa for Man U. Conference for Betis. Okay, thank you. And Mamenko Kakrana. Good morning, Miss Ruby. To you, I say, please don't listen to what the against will say. But trust me, Man United, the best team will win the Europa League hands down. Till or carry no. Mami till be but we no catch me say. Betis will win the Conference League and actually with the help of Isco and Anthony. I'm penning inside Boimba Total Filling Station. Penning. Now the I no matter why. Oh dear, Mate, yo, for Europa, the man never conference. Emma Betis. Good morning, madam. I'm Kojovision inside United States of Economy. Inter will carry the Champions League and greetings to all Chelsea fans. Said I say to all Conference League admirers. Sunday is a day of punishment. Basta de B, day the corner. FKK, hey. Oh, FKK, okay. And I say, your show is loud and clear at Mori. In fact, who told you say Man United is going to win the Europa title? Spurs for the Europa League, Chelsea for Conference, and Champions League will go to Italy, International Milan. Where every minamino ho. No, so aba. I will read the rest for you. Yamra emedin komo wenra games are etumi eto dano and so ho. Yeah, basisi
powerful hot pepper powder. Loco shoe. This advert is FDA approved. Kwame Shani Moti Beto, GD say, ever farm and now for phone in the cheetah phone now. Or the best way for bet influencer, and your best one the fufra, a broad chichen code no. It's me money yesika. Cause do or chichen and chiresika do benya. Opia bet me a bet influencer. We a the fufro cry a dikai or riasia fanen in free bet way. Kaisen chishaka crow. Gaming Commission of Ghana Sasha here. Only if you know chia and call. Betting when yansem.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
MTN! MTN FA Cup Soccer Fiesta Weekend. We call it Obia. MTN. Whole nation's attention is on TNA Park on Saturday, 10th May. Tekwana Bosufwe, Nswayem, Pristia, Bogoso, Hune Valley, Damai Soccer fans. Yade Bremo, Monsare, na Tekwa Beye Menye say. First semi-final match. I between Golden Cakes versus Atram the Visa. Besiani, 4 p.m. Pepe, Yashasi, and Sanano, Dasco, and if Yasima, and the best face as a curtain raiser. Now Sunday, 11th May, your friend is showdown game. Obia, or say Asante Kotoko, and the great Brekum, Jazz, Besiani, and with the second semi-final game, 4 p.m. Pepe, get fee, 50 Ghana VIP, and popular stand, 20 Ghana only. We know my memra, we know Sasamra, because it's a Mother's Day. They ain't Timoni, our Kwanson, Obia.
Kwame Shani Moti Beto, GD say, ever farm and now for phone in the cheetah phone now. Or the best way for bet influencer, and your best one the fufra, a broad chichen code no. It's me money yesika. Cause do or chichen and chiresika do benya. Opia bet me a bet influencer. We a the fufro cry a dikai or riasia fanen in free bet way. Kaisen chishaka crow. Gaming Commission of Ghana Sasha here. Only if you know chia and call. Betting when yansem.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Okay, Kastle 90.3 FM to the Robert Mensah Sports here. The month 5 minutes past 8. Yen kwama no kakra. Ye share a games no emu na ye share said the nyama call ye or the Europa League and the Conference League no emu. Osman.
Yeah, Miss Ruby.
My memra ho na fe quickly yanko
yes, under that Europa League semi-final matches prediction that you will fear the nyina go through. And the Tottenham Hotspur will be my ball now bado. And the Angie Postecoglou called Norway against Bodo Glimt. It was a game now connoisseurs will be benign there. Bodo from what's in a fear Ruby not on your fluke. Form was sir when you born the ball. What's in the one fear 1 years in Ankasa. But then the make the session the Bodo Glimt one matters against English oppositions now. Both home and away no, it doesn't go in their favor. It's in a Konibiad no. Tottenham my coach now catch Angie Postecoglou. Also he usually wins in his second season. And after season way in Yama wa coming na pressure wa for team ni na maybe actually they would have to get at least a trophy. Was the better the Tottenham as a team no. One assume this is their moment and then we deserve every in maybe about 2 minutes kodo honum. Now Ruby say enya about tennis Tottenham for one in Yama why this is in the Premier League no. Goals are wash goals away conceding na. And loses win and then draws na. A bona Tottenham and Kassan will be there was just a problem maybe team no from this season. And I believe the injuries can be. However, we're being a lifeline in European competition now. This time round, you better Tottenham again back into the finals of an European competition. The last time we saw them was I think 2019. And when you Liverpool called the finals, Liverpool showing. But fast forward, they are back again with Angie Postecoglou. It will be one so ever born now bad with Honum. Dominic Solanke and then Pedro Porro. And I did about 2 minutes was shared down my goals and was my touch. It took them 2 minutes in the 63rd and the 69th minute. And I down my goals, 2 minutes obey and once one buzzing bono otum na osonyo honom na ndeda Solanke Dominic Solanke no wa hye ne 100th oye career goals honom ma no so no bosembo no wetum na wa sonyo Ruby, let's look at the magic obesi in the finals on San Mames. Coach says, and in fact, or your record or the honum. Ne career baby, I coach be a second season be anum. Offer trophy or honum tin, but Bonabad or honum. Now this season, so Tottenham to put a good record against Manchester United. Oh, 3 matches, 3 wins. And I wait to know why you're home. Then I'm you for next, and I'm saying, with throw me there. A bear my rehupa, yeah, man, for I can get it. I'm not qualified to find out so many. Yes. You know, about the coach that usually my second season I win things for Honum. Until only second season, let's see how they are going to do it. Now, Ruby, that match where you know on your snap for that because said United win our problem. Tottenham win our your problem. It's more Sibiano. Yeah, for you, crowd to all English finals or Honum. Tiamba Tottenham for Nabado for doing the yeoman's job, you know. Now, Manchester United ended the Old Trafford against Athletic Club Bilbao. Will be now a game, the beam straight for United would win that particular game, you know. Especially Bilbao for Kono. Now, 3 key players in the team, you know, when you now wait to now we paper and now we're in Kobe Honum. And now about how I drink because I'm a club from Athletic Bilbao. Bandida, Ernesto Valverde, you know, boys, you know, was starting game, you know, on final Honum. And then there's a Russia 31st minute to know. 31st minute to know. And Obenya the first goal. It was a good goal. Harry Maguire no come place pass of them. Now saying you about that all of a sudden no. Or sounds about starting in your money view. And I Brenton no. Is it is in a week a crap? Is in it that one could was in a different but one could was no different. And I Brenton no to know a very good killer. Oh boy, yes. Yes, our boy, very good killer. Out to no shut down or go no. But afterwards, the Manchester United came back in the second half. Now, a one moment now, I am one kakra because a team na first league the Colusi one can say by 3-0. Now, about way, even your first goal honum. I manage the game now. Expectations was sure there. You should be able to do better. At least one goal be a. Now, because the tensions out to United for one do. United for now, because I watch them young there. So, open Old Trafford this season now. I am not pressure tired the one to pound honum. But unfortunately, I try to wait to start here. I come back in the bed now. Ruby not have very much interest on Honor. Mason Mount. I back outside United in United. Also go Old Trafford down. And the years, or born the first go Old Trafford Honor. No so good goal in so Honor. Yes, go no effect. And our bonus was on your dama go no. Fast forward, and a baby who are here, Casemiro once again. Yes, our first goal and sign a second goal to the Babacon. It's a Casemiro in the 80th minute, no. None so by share another goal of Honum, giving United the lead in the game, no. And after Rasmus Højlund, an empty net on your connection. Oh, I'm telling you, I got the one night. I know so much ago. One in your contact with the body to the goal near to Maba. And Sana Mason Mount 90+, 1 with a boy, yeah, the second brace of Honoma. That's on the road to more boy, yeah, Manchester United, ma. And then a 4-1, it was an emphatic result, you know. And I would to one year aggregating quite quiet 7-1. Now the Manchester United players Ruby I was about to check to neighbor on about the par. And for me, I feel there generally a team Nina or Chebo on Abado. The Europa League campaign was started with Eric Ten Hag. And the new coach, you know, Ruben Amorim Bebo Honum. Currently this season with the record United why no club be an Europa them record why be. The only team in Europa while but the European competition in the Champions League, Europa League and Conference League are on Lucy game the whole of the season in Manchester United. And they are on course in the Wababa, the 7th team in the history of the Europa League. Once one team bar the whole of the season prior to the finals, and once one team now one lose a game of honor. Benfica 2013-14, Chelsea 2018-19, Inter 2019-20, and Ibenya Villarreal 2020-21, Eintracht Frankfurt 21-22, Ibenya Leverkusen 2023-24. And at the new one, so Manchester United, the 7th team in the history of the Europa League. Once we to bar right from the league phase into the knockout phases in the United won to not one Lucy game of one and then coach never born about one party. Then was on way to not was to anyone. However, I should be say some of the players now. One also one wasn't one as I would to not was to anyone. Casemiro is one of those guys now. This season, we are sure they say, be say United supporters now. Obey a roller coaster about Casemiro because this is a player or by United, you know, with all your 4 Champions League trophies, La Liga trophies, ni pedigree no was sir. But obe be share team no mu no. Ini sane ya shada ye hu ne yi. Timete de abe Carragher poka de. This time on why the ball no fi Casemiro ni nche onje ball no bom pan sa na nyim guase no we tum na wa ba. But Casemiro in the Europa League this season no, he's one player nobody can convince me there. Say so the midfield of Manchester United. Na epe play be able to mo say that my influence na be team nim. Also that my leadership qualities baba. Them calmness no baba. About to the way contribute to goals then Casemiro is one of those guys now. Season way edwuma way tum na wa akoye. Nti eba ka aka ye ho a in the crucial moment of this particular competition no, right from the quarterfinals no, against Lyon, he won a penalty for Manchester United, made 2 assists on the day for Manchester United. Fast forward against Athletic Club Bilbao was San Mamés. Anobe be first goal no, and San ended the game no so osan so gbo no home boys na otumonya another goal bi a no so ozire mo ye ne club wo honum so bibi ache there Casemiro as a player in Europe no Ruby bibi ache ne mboze mbone ya zo otumo so enyiwa. And for me penenyu bro otumo ze bone ball no. Why? Because this is a player Champions League no waje 4 times. But the number Manchester United, you know, every trophy so to them po say FA Cup, League Cup, they will be there. Now bring to them was in bono to most anyone. Obo mo team no. Nyama to mo kwan was mo nti Casemiro and po we mo bana ba the part there. No so team na wa ball honum. And then Abrante our front oye Bruno Fernandes, Miss Ruby. Now so he deserves to me bana ba because watch there when it comes to Europa League and they be make oye Mr. Europa League. This is oye Bruno Fernandes that I'm talking about. On any day biara any influence on Manchester United team no or yaza otum na okosoro honum ti no no so yetum na yembo na bad honum but to be above all no some Manchester United supporter menyo baje. Why? Because anytime we talk about Manchester United aya ye nyina yeze ye nanyo kwhwe there the kind of big trophies another major trophies United wo baje ebia ye ka the FA Cup Carabao Cup Yanshada Yeman ratings to the level of the Premier League and the Champions League no. But for any team no, if you want to ensure there a benya dama winning mentality in your players the Manchester United supporters will be so proud there. Yes, at the point in time one team no want to won't compete ye. At the point in time Champions League no one can be. The Premier League no want to Poyarba League no what to the 15th position. Now one team no one can be no. But every season the biano obenya a certain trophy be no way team na was actually. In Sebasha, the last year by 3 years away, under Eric Ten Hag 2023, the League Cup no G Senado. Last year 2024, the FA Cup no G Senado. And this year we so you 2 coaches over cable my way juma. Now United, you Premier League no. Now what to the 15th position a yen and your man can farm one. Yen United na dey you ones in the panel trade one. But when you can say Manchester United, they are in the Europa League finals so honum. Add trajectory there. And call for trophies in honum. So this is about how any team be to rally on the mentality of the boys. No, now we're to know why and these players are serial winners. You cannot take it away from them. It is actually as some supporters what trade you want now. It is only because yes, you have a fine season. By a have a fine season, now you know, not any trophy Ruby as a bachelor. It means the club and concern conference down who ye. But for Manchester United, no so yes in pa. Your season no when your trophy be was a bachelor. Indeed, say about season where you baby. Now United in the finals 21st May. Wait to match Europa League next one nada. Menya sure there. Obi bo to match 19. Now we to na wa treat your club Manchester United or honum tin Ruby. Once you to na yembo wana bad or honum. Now Alfred, my yanko Facebook on na first call line way for to screen do. Now Manchester United supporters no want to na once when you been a one share. It will be 21st May finals number called me. This is the when you're bringing you to me as own common power honum. Now say extra Manchester United against Tottenham this season 3 matches na wabo. 3 matches na wabo Tottenham may win na Premier League no 6 points and a Tottenham what if Manchester United full win some honum. And I be in the League Cup so what United what na watch our honum. And this is a team been said the Nian Kuda. Bibia to watch Nian Kotumo in a power honum ye. Into yehu FC Barcelona versus Real Madrid. A corner Barca for na season we once we discipline in Madrid. Eko Syria numa AC Milan and Yazi interfere in the finals of the Champions League. But the matches are about this season involving AC Milan and Inter Milan no. AC Milan for one side da Inter for one do. So your form wise coming jeans there. Bianca AC Milan for two na watch Inter for no. but I bring a crabia and I'll bet you into no Ruby or do one mona. Ya budget bread na your tomb na years in community. Yambo 2 teams here on our bado 15th and 16th position respectively. And when you know what that on the league log at this season, no campaign has been a bit symbolic for them. But in Europe, no, watch there. This is one of the good things. I want to go to more year. And Yaman over Concanos Amunts, Yambo and our bado honum. Yam come back to the conference league, you know. And the Chelsea game will be in here analysis via honum. The Chelsea, well, we'll go squad name fine. And I was a ball against Jugarden Funo. And first league na Chelsea kwa koye dwuma nyina awie intended as say no be here there papa our friend Enzo Maresca obotum na obevari squad no na boys are wonye bi mbo no o manage game no na wontum na won call nanyim and the Chelsea yazi a 16 years old boy Reggie Walsh and yes wotum na when be shem honom then the coach is nya obi aporo e bibi different na waka there bia no so we promote play bia obebe ye bibi intended say Kobasa obi credit Papa our friend Javi Hernandez and then Hansi Flick and so Oben Messi wetum no way use boys you know and then Mikel Arteta a certain Skelly obi aboniz in there on the way to the why as he turn in one area mu you find them honum Elko Madrid you still have some other players even though not aging shada on your form mum but then support promoting the buyer obebe ejumani bo that is a center back in American one. I mean we've seen a couple of players and once one shot that 1 year bad but the Chelsea introduced this young man and bibi acha that Brent way will be our future. In fact, when your man boy a boy, our future and that the only go Chelsea share no or Drisby Hall and not too much that I'm a goal and Chelsea and a 5-1 honum. For me, about Chelsea for about the finals no walk we could honum. Then the game anu ya show pano was Fiorentina versus Real Betis. I will be Fiorentina for no and that one way I'm one crap but or your football I tell more Fiorentina expectations was but I knew there club I was from Real Betis no. So I showed the passion I was about born and one intensity now. Once in a was sort of power honum. And then 30th minute, Anthony once again.
Yes, free kick.
The goats.
Anthony.
Ruby.
Anthony. Is that Obia Somola Liga for some, Betis for some, Obia yet to say he's the goat.
He's the goat.
The greatest.
The goat. And then Anthony Jen free kick native. The left foot no. Maybe Otum was a born 2 corner honum no. Ruby Onye is back to back. I bring to my goals so honum. Until 30th minute I shot the first goal no, but 8. And I was about to come a lead or honum. It goes since 34th minute and then 42nd minute no. And I'm about to call in the first half no Zema Fiorentina for benya lead or honum. Until the first half no, na club I from Fiorentina for no. They were leading by 2-1. And I tried to aggregate no, wakwa 3-3 or honum. But in the course of the game, in the 90 plus 7 minutes, no, and once again, Anthony Yabio, Obama citizen as Azuli, and I bring to Benya, or the level and my game by 2-2 or honum. It's in that club I was from Real Betis, no one wasn't supposed to after first and second extra time, no, and I want to watch here that, and wasn't born also anymore, but one play of Biar Bonabado, no, ya Brent our from Anthony. And Ruby Anthony, because we need to talk about him.
Talk about him.
Yes, because this is a player from Ajax. Nakasa nanu hu yebufu kakra. You cannot blame United supporters on football fans no, because player no midfielder or up and coming. But about Manchester United, no mentality ni there or you superstar. It's
amount to koto ni there na superstar.
Oh, but Ruby say amount ni dey but one better than superstar. Because young players one first kaka say Anton. But what buy no born no chede. Yes, they are superstars or but about Manchester United, you know, I feel there the environment itself. Secondly, na tactics and coaches in what bono na kasa super the form and how I know was what critical, especially the English press no onye is in form Anthony into when you that few day no but no work create no you can never take it away from this young man but I has to take a decision there or the baby in the winter transfer no let me get somewhere you know about 2 minutes away page no mobile until he chose the Real Betis project 3 points and that is one time if you are rented when you're good environment. Last interview granting also he is the happiest after coming back no.
Man.
You go back because he's under contract. But they are now orange and some cuts na hono. But I feel that he shouldn't go back because say I share Hesse Lingard for instance. United no your outcast. West Ham United 6 months to be good football. Coming back be now better about your awful crowd hono. So I feel that Anthony will be mbona bad hono. He deserves it. Now Chelsea in the finals no. Yes, Chelsea to the Conference League now. They will become the first European club. All European competitions in the no. Why the base one nado? But Chelsea by the Conference League. Now we be feel a successful season Ruby be more kakra.
Okay.
Because the Chelsea to the levels of Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, Inter Milan mo. That's the Chelsea acquired the Conference League. That's why a parade in par. Chelsea was surprised me. Seriously. I'll be asked for that the real test at Chelsea will be this season in the Conference League. That's the finals now. Because Chelsea are waiting for Papa. Never know able to me be into Yambo. That's able to this level. Then there's the huge competition now. Obeshia. Now some brand swa. Ruby must have a verdict, Baba. And the Premier League this season, I can the Champions League and I asked na you go bay. And I went to no one finals or honor. But I show Europa now, all English finals. Conference League, there's one English club or honor, which is very good for the league, Enter it looks likely there, say, a good to me Europa now. In fact, we're going 6 slots in pool because in the Europa, you're going one club or outside of the top 5 teams are about Europa. So obviously, next season, English teams will go to the Champions League, with 6 clubs or honor. It's it is good for the league, Yeah, but now bad, and then the arguments about the Farmers League will also come back into play.
All right.
I mean, these things are so young supporters. One I can one check one parameters don't find your argument. But what teams are so far the finals right from the Champions League to the Europa League and the Conference League, and they all deserve it because why you want to watch the inspiration there. They can do it into kudos to other clubs in now.
Me da say Osman the Venga any atene kan ye mrefie na afi medi nkomo e wo local but am person ka quick predictions our games in FKK enye emame na fikasiemfo no enso ehunu hawa ene no ye betumi atoto eniema kakra nti na eye wo Wolfsburg ene Hoffenheim e bo Bundesliga AC Milan ni Bologna wo Serie A ni mu ena Las Palmas ene Vallecano mo relegation so bo e wo eye La Liga ni mu AC Milan Bologna na FKK bi ene be tight kakra quick prediction na ye nhwe yenko emrefi
obi abeshego but Milan to win. So double chance open is up goes so I know because goes bebem.
Okay. All right. My emrefi na afi emhwe eye local stories ni mu.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
My many messages Nick Akrana Fe and so good morning, the best sports presenters. All the trophies are going to the capital. So PSG for Champions League, Spurs for Europa, and Chelsea for Conference League. Everyone goes home happily. King J at CCTU and Odiwe Eddie Abba. And good morning, Mr. B. If Chelsea wins the Conference League, I will stop watching football. Hey, Paris for the Champions League, Man for Europa, Betis for Conference. Anthony is in Anthony Isco we trust. Okay, without justice, there can no be peace. I must be emphatic that the May 9 disaster was caused by Kotoko supporters, and they have still not stopped. Uncle Paul, Bacana, what did they? Kotoko supporters, I'm going to 2. Dr. Kwame Che enkunyawo Habrankese. Hala Inter for Champions League, Hala Betis for Conference, Hala Man U for Europe. It's me, Seawater, and Hala Obiasa ewo honomono. Now, hello Miss Ruby. If Chelsea wins the Conference League and plays fifth in the Premier League, would they play Champions League? Of course. What Champions League? I can tell from a pass and Cape Coast na different there, but Chelsea near the top 5 ni munkwa dia or Kobo Champions League. Europa on fanko Champions League. OJ Conference on fanko Champions League. Good morning, Miss Ruby. I'm all for from UCC. If Man United wins the Europa League, it means that Man U is better than Real Madrid this season. Hey, I know so ya sempa. So I did Europa, I did cap. Now the Madrid and your cap. Why are they Madrid this season?
No, it is fair, but the competition Madrid and Bobby. How do you compare to?
There be 1 year cap. I can't be a 1 year cap. Now say so. I start Tottenham for Europa League. Now say Arsenal more Europa League.
And say up until United and Champions League.
What
argument here? But to me, yes, tell me so a fair point.
Okay, trophies no more they count it.
Yeah, we got competition Madrid and Bobby no.
About Champions League.
No, about Champions League, but United and Champions League.
About Europa, what did I do? Also want man yo there.
Come on, boy, Europa ni bia. We can have an argument.
Right, okay. And it's Spurs the Conference Europa League, you know. Now say Arsenal man yehia, omo nya de enchemo.
Ruby, I hold a different assertion.
Okay, first of all, yenko fie.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Yemrefi, yes, 31 at 20. I'm driving na yeah. Yes, 31 at 20 camp na ye ninkomo. Enra na 20 boy and last game ewo group ni mu. Na Ghana Abrantie Joseph Opoku was the only goal of the game at the boy Ghana. Ma Ghana to me we need Kabakwa. Central African Republic for end to me Antintino. And number 12. Nenra I got number 12. Number 12 no there. Osman. Yeah. And some about Hopa number 12 no. They say go in my no. Usapa usa tino at the end here. And no horse into Joseph Opoku said only go Magana. And na 2014 no into one say go to Magana. No that's more fair. One no ya na 20 quotes no kwasi menra game no na a very tight pa. But the boys no about to say Nenra or Mutumi Bomb yet Medin Kunima qualify at the next stage.
I want to give big thanks to Central African Republic. Amazing first half throughout the fourth, and these are the tricky games. You know, you have to manage the game really well, especially when things are not going well in the first half. We lose a lot of balls, and then we start to doubt, and then you give the opponent a bit of confidence. I'm very happy for the boys.
I'm happy for the boys. And no. Now it was said Jerry free year. So come back to the club. No, see, I know they are no credit now. But here, you quit anymore. About to make a turn about for 1 game, 2 games. Be honor, but one man pona, omudie, omujidi say, ombayram habo, Eddie Asher boy no sweating munyam.
Jerry is an incredible talent. Everybody knows what he gives the team on and off the pitch. He's a true leader, incredible guy. We knew that it was going to be quite difficult to get Jerry in the beginning of the tournament. Luckily, we were lucky to get him for 2 games. So for now, the boys know, and the boys knew as well that he was going to come and play 2 games. And after, hopefully, we'll try and get him back at the right time to come and help the team. So.
And we have some around the other Jerry, and I said, that's one of fair attitude on Jerry every year. Aziz, it's on the best player, no. And also no Ekasa is a game no tight, but the money I just said when you last minute goal.
It was a difficult game though, but we managed to pick the win. We knew it was going to be a tough game because they need a point to qualify. They need a win to qualify, and we also need a point. Although we have qualified, but we need a point or a win to top the group. So we know it's going to be a difficult game, but we thank God we got the win at that minute.
And Sama Aziz is answered the 2. Now Ghana. Yebeshia a 3rd place team from either group A or B in the quarterfinals. Into group A no. Yensha group A no said ye and yamatia assistant now no. Na yensha group A for no. Omaba my last game and ne into yenye na 3rd place team or group A no. Zambia. Zambia ena oda group A no oda number 3. Na yenhwe but Egypt and so what at number 4 also 4 points intine either Egypt or Zambia baako na Ghana betu mehia mo hono mtino ye behwe de behia hono mti o mo born game ni wi ye baba beka anasa group B so nti group B no said ye omo so table ne tie group B no the other third no Tunisia Tunisia na that third ntino Nigeria so that second or 5 points into almost a game no ama yahus okay omawie group ntino ni other third Tunisia nti ye twen ni ebehia ho nti Ghana sana ho koma no so ti a ye de atudwa e wo show no so na ye de ama ye tiefo yanko ye nim kaka na afi yan father local stories no ebi emfa emradia na ye de kanka say ne Ghana ye be kwa PM or China Americatufo na ekọ Americafo na ekọ akwakotumika 4x100 team no omo ready for the athletics relay no enu todwa e Guangzhou in China e sha se ochina etino NFKK audio na ha omo practice how on be baton change no fatu loop so the be ya etino sakati ni biem na yakọ enim tino switch na sa fabra na how Ghana team no omo air practice said here omo betumi enso no I exchange baton ntino no ho komo enso eno no ntino said here niam atie no that Facebook yehwe no nti yame ad no ochna na yesterday meka the update ne beba no hu said here niam so no esi efatie na eno Kumasi Asante Kodoko friendly game ahead of weekend FA Cup no man na Moro FC ne boy omo share 4-1 ntino abro shebi sakada da share 2 and a Kwampoku so share back Quintino. Kodoko share 4-1 against Namoro ahead of a gamer. One more Ekwakobo against a Brekum Chelsea on Sunday in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. On Yemana Fefi local story say Yemana Bedi and one come on.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Okay, yeni koma wo local stories ni mu na yenhwe. Osman. Fa kakra bi NFKK ento aso.
Ruby, me feel that ended that game on menye bi na manhwe, but then na obey a good results to me a good exercise for us to be able to complete or young group no being first no. Me feel that yaza na osunwa. And that is how a team be an able competition you try to win games and it to qualify. That is the ultimate or objective or country and other able competition be ana ebe here. And now no you bought 3 matches. The first game I bought no it was a draw. You bought draw no now results yet that's good for us. And you busy won't come you can't win some. The next game against the Senegalese no you who a corner you see your father that particular ball no so you two na your boy will my you winning by a goal to 0. Now you expected that their performance no or chance you two na you rise or honum na you ko in but ultimately no more here in there born you bonus here we are 3 maximum points no you befa you two me a fair honum giving us 4 points. And even before into the game mpono na Ghana you to me confident the next stage you know we are there but say you to me I am as na fair then obey here there as another win about can so that your reading culture mentality no etum na kwa especially when Jerry a free year you know down there about one of those guys or say experience quality play no and an important to the team no ne club after no come back bi until they played without him. And then go now by Ruby Benja Bimashe. I feel a very, very good goal. I mean, say your players are what to work with the IQ no. When you have a level of execution or confidence, me are very sure that you are able to now boy Desmond Offe. So with or without him, no, at least they've been able to manage the game. My under than Ghana, you to 2 wins out of the 3 matches, which is very good because now I can open under 20 now. We have that much history now there. Ghana says we are there. Even though we are not the best team in Africa, but in terms of African contingent, I work up or so definitely we are supposed to be there. We are still on course. The next game no day in Nemuno and our batch now the first part, which was also important. The business end, and
quarterfinals.
If you quarterfinals say the same is now, then it means a qualification to the World Cup. No, it will now confirm or no. In terms of the next game, they are very crucial. So my back say about bumper in there. Young boys about training no. Yeah, happy in game. Areas are not there. Movement and if you there. Or yeah, deficiency no. Yeah, too na yeah show who yeah or and so far, Ruby, I think the young goalkeeper is Siako. I've been impressed with his performance. Yes, actually, confidence level. Now the calmness will go post no now. On yet peter. That's one thing I feel with the boy in the Mabona Bado because I saw him against the Senegalese no. All the baby under pressure there you know. He was the calm figure in our back and otumuna oye dama edumano honum. It will be team ni na yebo nyina wona bado. But I'm expecting there abrofo na obey no. Make abrofo I mean foreign players na obey no. As this is for instance them yes or a general play ni nyina no. But I want to see more of some of them. When you want you don't want one quality be no or a different. So far keeping a concede 1 goal.
Yeah.
But the next game is now working no. It's about game management. I say 1 goal na yes able to manage your honor. But you need more goals kakra. Na tum na ye djuma.
Okay.
Inti 1 goal project na say yes Orinian matches, Orinian points for honor. But instead you could no. We are going to meet the best of the competition. So it means we need to score more goals.
Okay.
They are different here no. Inti one of them say about one bad but up front one I'm expecting there we should be able to improve.
Okay.
Na ye tum na yakwa na yimti no Ruby yambo coach na bad and I hope there Jerry free whatever the case is. In fact, we will you're good player until you change the team. It is safe for by a possible would be a fatigue being coba. Let's say a here as a clubs in Batasia. Why not? You should be able to be back with the team.
Okay.
Now you should be able to be your honor.
Okay. FKK, my member of Hoy, na yen income.
Yeah, I didn't say on that game now a good game. Ghana born in your fit. But say na me can say we a tournament. And so tournament nobody here fena say obetimi abo agya fair enough. But o share a players ukuta quality omo ewo. Any strategy a odi eba no. O share na say emfa. Makasa Desmond fe opebo fe pa. Oni Vision FC coach no. Najiman omunyina omukuta the same ideology no as a Pep-esque type of a coach in be born or phantom form young possess no prep. but me sure so fair now obenya nan kan players na better than them in terms of ball control. And your ball no say we dey man no control but gaming management you know eduru baby so person waste time I wanna kwan.
Of course.
Ball no
swinging passes together. And to me,
ntimi control. And only idea na sometimes so show ni face in the facial expression that team say or you disappointed kakaba. Bia.
Nkrade kire ya.
O be fan say na watimi dia ko. Ne butimi fua badu uhun wananim but on sheda show. The boy ya bon so apa ba bon so atene no asakwa akotena ase. Ho ano asore atimi ade aba. But the good thing nyina ne say as a winning mentality no. Ewo ye yem boy shinum na no ano mode ko. And defensively omo ye nyoma right and I say say near dini sa hoɔden na ne ehunu wɔ yɛn previous Anderson no uhu on sa sile muntari mu potam no na ade kan sa maklesia mu ani eden muntari mu ani eden sa ni brana na ɔmo de bɔbɔ no kakra wɔ sa guys went ne nyinaa ka ho bi ɛna ɔmo de Roma no so etimi ade ɛboa mo ba no say ye flair say ye dribbling ability ni sa you know ye nhye dan show ni bebre ɛwɔ ye tournament ya bono but medical can say it's all about winning the tournament. Now if says obey winning tournament now sometimes strategy no oye de betimi aboa wo na benefit team no more than say obe person obe rely mostly and say largely say obe bo de afa no kwa na afa obe wi na odi anim gwase na ba me sure say in ultimate ni say person you could do the last three there be a pick ya be ye say enso ye de ko world cup ni bi no honom pa na yepesi yeduru onom se na yetime lift trophy na ye pa 5 times champions na so agye de ase na so but and am can to do that na so otutu nyoma ye o hihye nyoma ye ofe obodi efe no wantimi anje a omo be hwe no na akasa no eye kakra bi omo de no be kan asem so ye play no na efe enti going forward no e bia the next tournament ye be performing ye be yire ye ho at least Ghana in game no ho partner of play bi wom ni nyina ye ba the ultimate no go no eni se Ghana ye be ko animu pa ni akọ World Cup ni akọ akọji trophy nti o fa anim and I'm sure say nti na watimi prepare bi around those quality na o no say the be on betimi manage o way out and then the first ayatin no mo aye wie di kan no pa no the first call no ni say be qualified here free your group and ya ye mpo aye emphatic say ye lead why obesie we mpo meka say manager boana because wo kona ko share the likes of Zambia, Tunisia and Egypt for ya omwana on any day so no obetimi akwa show mo mra wo progress here ko mo anim sans almost football no mo ye ni yentie bia the group stage no obu anoma onya the point na wo se wonya e ma no ekoko top but it doesn't mean says so place third na so kwa share na obe fan of so I believe say in preparation no ni nyina ne say whoever comes on our way no ye be yi na to baby na etimi ade akọ na nimti it's not about say obe favor obia say minyankawe na mebo no baby aye drew the knockout and so whoever be kwa share the bia no e was say Ghana etimi ekokoye adwuma no if you ask me I think say group phase no in terms of play, controlling the game and all that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, kakra kan wan kabeba but no. Be a large woman 80%. I think say I'll give it to the team. Omo ya dey ye pa. Yes, because I come fast so a winning games, you know.
Right.
I don't know boy do omo ko ani munti. Yeah, ye bebo omo abaso Karim Zuto team say was safa kakra.
Cause coach.
Yes, the way person onya ni team no nya. Eno ntina onya space kakra be dem a no abebo friendly onya space kakra bi dem a no abebo friendly to obaye no season e ya end dey menye sure say serious club bi abe person obe engage ne ho ewo eye friendly game especially there is a team who player no ba could the can free automatically smart until all lack numbers kakra injuries so asa hit o and it's all called friendly say ya unim de betimi asi injuries betimi abam what do season no so baby a o betimi win 2 trophies league no wom ena o boy FA Cup so weekend intimi nye sure say sa chacha no sa risk no be person be bad opeso ohu ni team ni yie pa bia anya pa but ohu omu kakra ono aba ya waka
o the place kwampo oni omudi no
enti ono aka so the fact say onya kwanya obo friendly game ni nyina ne say opeso ohu players no omo attitude on the field of play, how omo react to issues. Embra team no wo game no more dominating no do omo ye say game no so efiri omo nsa na so opponent no ba omo so na so opponent no so dominate how our players no be react. And for me eno ne ade opeso wo players na onse hu omo ye do betimi abo position A B C D and unim say me can say time na no ba na enye time na be board be play but also a good coach and also a willing and a ready say and found say the situation is it no at least on improvise it now unya that or options so no betimi dia boa now they improve your team no especially obey this season yeti crime is to why obo na moro for you say na omo wo yinim FA Cup no
some division 2
and omo krambu so omo ni kotokoso cry ball pre-season game and clearly minimum how they come about more but 4-1 for no so ya be we sure mo say injury free injury bia en set in tireless bia fatigue bia en shada emblem for me said your more reals no reals are ni nyina no for the fact say omo exchanges no baton no so was na me hwe was it Diamond League? No, I'm not sure. Man, shada but competition bia na me hwe. Was it the Jamaicans no? Now quite almost fast way exchanging batons no. Don't go there. They are the best by
very
far. Sharp. Now second one no. First one no okoye no. Or ye delay kakra. But second one no. They all sprint yeah. Now oko sai obia ho no ono and after na me share comment obia say the second lady no on the boy Emma Jamaica for winning yes run nti sometimes mo betem ho ase cohesion no wo ho understanding no wo ho mo try say mo be say family ni saade no mo betem ho ase ebia baku enyoma mienu bi bebe mo amon shada ntem ase but on the game itself no there mo be hia understanding no say mo beti media come eni nyina ne say obe practice the be mo perfect no practicing consistent practicing obe practice say the enyoma esia konti ya be sure mo well say the maka no ade betimi abe hampa injury because they say already back one ma and mo no ma sha ase am why ntim pempen so na mo dru no se baku free na baku baba be shema back to the fort e was some question bibia
and we start race nimpo na ba obi kopra relating onyina
ma free mu 4-1 de ne koye den ba ne ede who say ya ba be ye baby asa dodo na
ni je ho am say manager ba obi ga top 4x400 I mean 4x100 ne de no ana
yes and recent times so ya chere say ya ade wo ho and baby a ye betimi akoswa je medal e de afri no e ho no so ya yire ho na ya consistent
100 meters there to me any jam make we mo mpre 200
no de more than
okay
yes it ya very sure mo say at least nyankopon bo mo ban na injury free mo bi anko prama incident bi anko obi anko puli yes Amazon ne side no na akwa ha team no
okay nti am yadoma ochna ede na de chien na mechanical so China Ghana yen 4x100 relay team no akwa pem wase no ye beba na afi ye de all the updates in there but osam kodobishin Inter will carry the Champions League. If Inter carries the Champions League, I'll buy iPhone 14 Pro Max to all Inter fans. We Gabby, my friend Gabby, I say good morning to you. Hey, Miss Ruby, I miss you, pa. Miss Matthew, I say, my 12 area, it's idea who me no, over tell me. How about tell me, say, my beer me dying, say, me to be Tino Gabby, my men pa, na, mencha was near my mutation na, I'm 20, no, and Robbie Busa Group A. Sierra Leone at that first, almost 7 points, and I'm gonna that about first. South Africa about second was 6 points. Mensah Zambia with 5. And 9 Egypt with 4. In Tinyame Aduma. And South Africa ebo Zambia and Tanzania ebo Egypt. In Tocheba. Ebo who group no. Yewe group B in Morocco about first with 7 points. Nigeria about second with 5. And Tunisia about fourth with 3 points. Kenya ne try to munya 1 point. And so her group C Ghana about first with 7. Senegal about second with 4. And third no DR Congo with 4. Car for the try to munya 1 point ho yenkwa group okay ntia we and that group A to group C ntia we ntia no said the group stage be konye ba ochina nyame adoma quarter finals no Nigeria share Senegal, Morocco share Sierra Leone. Ti omo munye partners Ghana ena DR Congo no ye twen ene group A for na afi ya cheche de aguso nti no sa ena na 20 AFCON no enso call mefa course net here from adventure and famra show ni subi.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
But before that, high sense showroom high sense quality product, high sense the other man at the asem. Upe TV, upe refrigerator, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphones, air fryer, kettle, and irons. Ning nebu so high sense showrooms across the nation. Omo fin man tem haman kesim. Ko Blue Hills restaurants ewan take you akwa. Ube high sense hokona fe omo quality product omo dia ba no. Won so kwaje wo die. Entwe nyam kanea no efe. Ebo no wo form de ohia bia enu ane high sense free 0302 55 0000 0302 55 0000 high sense everyday prices for everyday people. Mefa cost ni be anointed engineering services and afi Radio Hotel Mother's Day Adama and mefa cost no 0244 408 046 and 0244 408 354. I'm from my first caller. Hello, good morning.
My name is Vivi.
Evans.
Yeah, Evans from Mensah, Miss Vivi.
Evans, it's you.
A bobo and a 24 when I battle or green win. Waiting was and swing qualification. This is my trying to qualify and I for a tournament, Papanara. We are more from a tournament. Where the dinner you pay, and you win a pay. Indeed, you won't pay the button while qualified. No way to know how could be a good yacht. The moment than I had young could be saying, Miss Ruby, Kotoko mobile and over boyfriend games. Because as so coach, most of the benign, the button about friendly games, they do. What prayers need mobile, button away. You born a battle, there is a war, a heart I into me and qua. I won't go in. Leg nana in Kayempeda Obaji, internal my whole board draw. As if you can't press a walk, so BBC is next to my dida. I need a here and a walk into Umo than Obokuin. Now, Ibobo, Inter, no, PAG on about name. I'm a Champions League. Internet pedagogy, and pre PAG Baji, Inter Baji,
Miss Medas Evans 0244 408 046 0244 408 354. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby Adam.
Aquarium Organizer.
And the premier show I will kill you. I am a boy.
Yamia to be a who you papa.
Center region, no, my Ghana. And the 20 there, I know about it because once I walk with community, all I have what about the man who was in my own day. They couldn't lose that. To say a tale was I know a year and now no look of them. Even so, that's a baby, another way I did with that so crack national. Me maybe I'm a create here, but another I can be do. I think I can be the man. The empire ball, I want her to cook one console, leg and I use a quack again. Friendly matching for every time, a chimutai, then I be the Abuquayam, for the Cofancy, Yangi. Even and the payment that's I could have a Yamenka. Miss Ruby Medasi
Aquarium 0244 408 046 and 0244 408 354. Anointed engineering services. Open generator at alcohol. Yes, ma braho. Open say install ma braho. Open bin so rentia. Brian Chain. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me pacho, we didn't be free.
I'm a 3 Kingsley was saying.
Oh, okay, pacho you.
The Chiaba just calling, you know.
Thank you so.
I'm saying midnight for the man and I'm person if he boss one Casafra, now public can say, oh, in the town for near if you did not reference the team. Now we not say support the people react here. Not supporters now, now say the FA boss in the store. Oh, you will be into the hopeful. The water supporters get to a more reference back here to a more for there. Any BB a bit now, you come and then we'll start with the scoreline. Not so good to. Now, FA was appointed ref to go to team to win. Because since then, for the supporters now, I'm more party. I'm going because of one who will go up at the end of the way. Okay, 1 to 1 million. I hope Who to money for now? Who to a France for?
Okay.
Here in our coin, Ghana football team up on any.
Miss Medase, hello, good morning.
Miss Ruby.
Yes, Evans. Insha.
Miss Ruby, Miss Tata.
I dear, my you are not yet. Yeah.
I was asking Miss Afna for 1 hour because we so broken out.
To when you be an oh,
my idea, because I'm
a man, so sir. My man in our society, my man is almost my yepa.
Because you're just to put the carpet right in your ask now, over Pawako. Because when I look at now, home bank. Miss Ruby, when you have cake a bag, I'm a 20 ways, Impo. We hope there are your budget cap. Yes, because what born now. And you do I was a game now. This should be uneasy. Uneasy. It's me, Bryce, and the mobile about it.
Okay, that's it. All right.
Ask now for the looking at it. Never.
Medase Evans. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Louis.
And Patrodin baby free.
Cheba for you.
Oh, Cheba 4, it's you.
And I paid the mobile.
Amen.
Miss Louis, Evans. I got Madrid no. Because when you said a few years, I'm better than a map and chance here. Miss Ruby, I'm not my Sunday for the cop. Now, the community, I'm much time, Miss Ruby, the local partner, and I 20 minutes of your mama about my idea. This is when I'm here.
Medase Cheba 4. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me Patrodin baby free.
This will be agenda.
Agenda niampa. Agenda it's you.
Miss Vina, but you're another 24 in here.
Yeah, 1-0.
Oh, yeah, 1-0. One
Central African Republic into I qualified that first.
Wow. A top group them now. At least knockouts in a meeting. 1-1 from Kaka. And you're born now FA Cup no soon. I think it will be she wants teams no high as well. Why? Because now we are on dog chance, but we prove beyond the age. Now with the Champions League, Minya and PAs in Jena, the envelope of Angela Ballon on the back. But because of Bastoni, this will be
Bastoni. Oh,
Intangi. Why are the power you bust of
Medase so Bastoni or never Bastoni in Quentia in Basa for Frumenti who in Tamilan. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me Patrodin baby free.
The family is Kastle for City Company.
Okay, me Patro it you.
Wait and Kevayanta. Here's in Jenna Mapping.
I said, okay. Medase, I Mbappe. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me Patrodin baby free.
Milo, Uncle Queen.
Oh, Coach Milo, yet you.
Miss Ruby, my member, a funny, a small girl been on you, may put 2 way. No, will be Sunday, you may put 2 hours. Bia another two, Bia and Papa, it's near by this. Also, me, we just in free move into Ghana, May 19th. This is America for 11 September or 2, yes. For friend, yeah, 11 9 is 11 something. That was the World Trade Center issue. Yeah, they have learned a lot. Grand Asia, but the Asia stadiums are easy now. This will be outside that war or security, no steward. I stand to.
That's true.
Ghana will bobo a small boy did see park no demand. Police for I did book canoe to the boots or Abra Stadium Ghana. No, mention it is a second be no show and the bomb will be no show one car. Then play a broken up tiger too. Yes, you so Miss Ruby. One day we freeze when I didn't at least even advanced countries in countries they make mistakes. Recently, Liverpool, where Madam Coach referee Nankasoba clean master, they're now on pair crop. It's normal, but how do we learn from our mistakes?
Okay.
That is the problem.
Medasi Coach Milo. Mama far away. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Me ba chodin baby friend free.
I found the George because of Yabra.
Ampa George Etio.
Miss Ruby, Osman, I am not mentioning analysis. Abaka last 2 weeks, last week, yeah. Osman or studio was in there said, ask them to buy and that's a Manchester Waje, was friendly.
Europa na,
Europa League, Wabo Black, I always on that. It's one of business. Man, you the Europa League, Wabo Black,
Madrid,
I feel so. Champions League, any automatic qualification for Champions League now. Tabakaya 2012 Chelsea. What the Champions League will do is that 12 was assist on the leg. Now, Kobo Champions League 2013. And what the Kobo Europa League, but what James Tabakaya. But most teams now about the Champions League now. Now, always now, we have one league in that, but at the Champions League now, any automatic qualification to what Champions League now.
Okay. Medasi, Mama family last caller wa say. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Maso po mani.
Miss Ruby, but my one poor man.
Na me adme ho ye pa.
Shall we shall go in? I don't desire the work. I can't let Kotopona. You ask the master in BCK Pusa. This would be come.
Oh.
I said, we are the full one or baby that maybe shall go. I could be a comment, help her back. One chamber, mercy, my chamber, no week. The security flow were principle. Trouble about what to check us, what to do. Support the standards what to check us with you. Oh, I have back at them security assembly. I want to come by a trouble. One pointed, I had assembly as a ball. You know, more than why. It's a message on the company. This is why you have to be a but almost security on your ties. I'm a leader of a party talent young where the supporters here you so feel security not you.
Okay.
There is a fire in what upon that was a bomb with that.
Okay, yeah, dear, see what Hanum saying, Tino call 90 engineering services. Our Cape Coast Satan 3, Opsi the main lorry station hall, Kodu generator, Open so NCC amount, or Pebia rente, ya may install with the amount. Nina anointed engineering services. Fred 0248 455 697 Anna 0243 480 334. Omo Cape Coast ya tan 3 opposite the main lorry station o corner fe omo eni dwuma kai sem Mother's Day near Sunday ya Rage Royal Hotel na be ma ma me da na ye de pa fa ma me call no 400 Ghana cedis bra be di benom be je wani live music performance special gift e ka ho a ye de ni na ma e wo Rage Royal Hotel nyame adma 11th of May kai say o food basket so available betimi order bi and also call for 300 cedis to 600 cedis. Mother's Day special at Rage Royal Hotel. Bra, nebeji weni na bibi anya kama. Na person ma men so be relax the body so abetuma ba. Single 1850, moye double so 2500 cedis bra. Luxurious room honum, breakfast, lunch and dinner, free Wi-Fi and special gifts are so kanwa. Yedi na emma at Rage Royal Hotel. For more enquiries on this Mother's Day special party eba swono, for 0312 003 222 or 0501 672 908. Rage Royal Hotel, Ewo Cape Coast, second rate. Richly inviting, comfortably yours. Yadwa Simidin at the Miss Ruby Adams, Osman FKK, Oti Wamonka, Yakona fe Osman at the Mobet Nasinode. Come up Jema Hun till you made in a Friday, no, or the atwa so Kosua, and more Fidian and a Hanum say, Yami Adam Ochna, Yabesan, yes, she and a Fidaka chain to me at the atwa so, Yakramuna.
Money who na Ghana man or I mean now yense yeah I mean how yendo Mensah wa tunizin no man hodo rebro e joda copy fide